Hey, folks, here we go. Another spectacular edition of the MJ Morning Show. Hey, Froggy, dude, how long were you going to stay behind that car at the second to last traffic light? My God.
Are you that guy that raced around?
I drove around you.
You were like...
I accelerated around you. You're sitting in your Titan pickup truck. And, folks... What is that? That is the
Roosevelt?
Roosevelt is the light before. No, you got Roosevelt, then you have the traffic light in front of
one right before the bridge.
All right, yeah. It's not a bridge, it's overpass. But all right, so you got folks. We're talking about the ride in, and I saw Froggy on the road on the way in this morning. So you've got Roosevelt, then you have
like 9th and Gandhi.
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
like
so
that.
we're not. I think it might be. It's the Gandhi overpass.
Right. Okay.
That's what it is. The Gandhi overpass. So we're on MLK. You've got Roosevelt, then you have that traffic light right in front of like Gerbil Circuit. Right in front of Jable, you know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
And then you have the traffic light that's right before the Gandhi big overpass. And I pull behind Froggy. And then there's a car in front of Froggy, and the light turns green, and the car just starts puttering at idle speed.
I was laughing.
And I'm like, what the hell?
He wasn't going. He was, idle.
Just puttering. I mean, just when you take your foot off the brake and the car just starts to roll. Mm-hmm. That's the speed that the guy left the intersection at to go through the traffic light. But he kept doing it. It was like, all right, 50 feet, 100 feet. Put your foot on the gas, you moron.
I bet you anything MJ screamed in his car. Something like, son of a, what are you doing? Or, what did you scream? You screamed something.
No, I wasn't. Well, I said to myself, what the hell is this guy doing?
Well, if anything, he's screaming at you, Froggy, for just staying.
Well, I didn't mind it.
You're sitting behind this guy at idle speed. You just take your foot off the brake because that's the only as fast as you can go is taking your foot off the brake and just rolling. And I just said, I can't take this because it was like 100 feet, 200 feet, 3. I'm like, I got to get to the studio. So I just...
You floored it completely.
This is actual audio. Actual audio of my jet-powered funny car. Sunday, Raceway Park.
Dude, that thing sounded like a Formula One car going by me. Your car sounds all fast.
It is fast. But
You're a get there first driver.
What?
You're a get there first driver.
No, I'm a get behind the ass clown that is going 1 mile an hour for 30 seconds after he leaves the green light, after he leaves the intersection.
I agree with you. I drive the same. I know how you drive. I know how Froggy drives. He drives. He'll get there when he gets there.
Yeah, what's the rush?
Fester is he's almost like a split personality with his driving. Some days he's 90 in the fast lane. Some days he's 60 in the fast lane.
He's a bipolar driver.
Oh, my God. Anyway, Froggy, I was just wondering, why were you sitting behind that guy?
What do I do? If I would have went around, you would have hit me.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We're launching a whole new show, a whole new game show, ladies and gentlemen. It's 6:04. It's the MJ Morning Show, and welcome to the debut, the premiere of Crack is Whack. Do you know what this game is all about? Anybody want to guess the rules? Want to guess how this game show is played? Crack is Whack?
I don't. I mean, because yesterday you kind of got me on the Crack is Whack sound effect, and you were talking about your windshield. And I know yesterday you had an appointment to get your windshield replaced.
That's right. Okay, keep thinking. Keep thinking.
So I'm assuming you went to that appointment.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play
Crack is Whack.
All right, Roxanne, do you have an idea how to play Crack is Whack?
It's just an idea.
Yep.
But I'm saying, what is the over-under on the number of cracks you had in your windshield?
No.
That's not a bad game. You did talk about it growing.
I can play that game yesterday because
Nope.
I got even more driving home.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hang on. Andrew, our producer, wants to weigh in. Andrew, would you like to guess how we're going to play Crack is Whack?
How long were you there?
No. I was in and out. I had my windshield replaced at Mike's Auto Glass on Armenia, and efficient, fast, stellar job. On my vehicles, that's the only folks I let do windshields on my car, Mike's Auto Glass. So Mike's Auto Glass, they put in my brand new windshield, lickety split. It was fantastic. Just couldn't ask for a better experience. Nope. I was in and out very quickly. No, come on, guys. It's so obvious. The new game, Crack is Whack. You don't know how to play Crack is Whack?
Crack is Whack.
Yeah, I know.
How? Okay, Froggy, go ahead.
How soon will the next crack come?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Froggy has figured out how to play Crack is Whack.
Crack is Whack. Crack is Whack. Crack is Whack. Crack is Whack.
You're all delusional.
Yes.
Listen,
Why am I delusional?
Because every one of us have had windshield problems since all this construction.
Where does the delusion come in?
I am going to wait for the construction to be over. I'm going to have a completely spidered out windshield, and I'm just going to get it done one time. I'm not going to have all these.
Dude.
You're going to get another crack in the next 6 months.
You know what? I'm going to kick you in the groin.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Well, that's why I'm playing Crack is Whack.
then
How
you won't get new
long
insurance.
before I get a brand new crack or cracks or chips or divots in my windshield? How long will it take after my brand new nearly $3,000 windshield?
Whoa.
Yeah, expensive. Part was like $2,000, and then the installation, then all the technology and calibration. They got to use this like special device to recalibrate the cameras, this sensor, that sensor, the waffle maker, all kinds of stuff.
Did you talk to them about my idea? The windshield shield?
The windshield shield?
The windshield shield film?
Oh, that's where we take like
The 1,000 cell phone covers?
Yeah, we take 1,000 cell phone screen protectors and just put them on your windshield.
Where's the problem?
Yeah, 1,000 is the magic number.
Where's the issue?
You'll
never get a crack again.
So why don't we put a screen protector like our cell phone screens on our windshields?
We don't drive our cell phones at 80 miles an hour into projectiles.
You won't even know it's there. You can see through it.
What I'm saying is it wouldn't be effective.
Anyway, listen.
Right.
Fester, my windshield was so bad. I had Eric at Mike's Auto Glass. He was pointing out chips that I didn't even see.
So we should have played the over-under game.
And how many?
No, he was pointing out. Listen, that's the focus is how long will this pristine brand new windshield last? Because the Howard Franklin Bridge, it's like it's, those pitching machines, the pitching machines that fling the baseballs at you like batting cages?
Yeah.
That's what the Howard Franklin Bridge is like, but flinging rocks at your car.
I texted you guys on my drive home yesterday. I kid you not. If I closed my eyes, it sounded like a hailstorm.
Yeah, sometimes it sounds like it's raining. There's so much stuff hitting the windshield.
Dude, I got behind a mulch truck yesterday, and I was glad I was just getting pelted with pieces of wood and not rock.
Operation Hailstone. By the way, very fitting. Because, yesterday was Pearl Harbor Day, and the Japanese went after our fleet at Pearl Harbor on December 7th of 1941. And then it was February of 1944 that we sunk a good number of ships of the Japanese from their fleet in Truk Lagoon in what is now the Federated States of Micronesia, which I scuba dived those Japanese wrecks back in the late 90s, and it was spectacular.
Wow.
But, and the operation that we used to go in and just smash a lot of the Japanese fleet, it was called Operation Hailstone. So, Roxanne, you drove through Operation Hailstone 2022 yesterday? Is that what you're saying?
I did. And it was coming from every direction.
Yeah.
But then I noticed there was a truck that was just leaking rocks. Like,
Oh, no. They got to get that checked out.
Back in a second, folks. Just getting rolling. It's the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 610. Pat. Morning show on Q105.
MJ,
yeah.
I need to interrupt you right now. This is very important.
Yes. Well, go ahead.
I have seen something that I can't believe. I've seen something that I need to share with everybody.
Okay. All right, 6:20.
What are you laughing at?
It's 6:20 here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105.
I don't know.
Yes, Froggy. What have you seen that you must interrupt me and blow my whole flow and cadence?
Sorry.
Yes.
I've witnessed something that I'm not sure if I'm off base here by saying it's kind of insane, kind of crazy.
All right. What?
Me and Fester were in the back room. You know how you have a system? We have the new system here where you need the phone to get into the computer.
The quadruple, quintuple, double secret squirrel agent authentication. Yeah, everyone's bitching about this thing.
Yeah, because it adds so much time to your day, to your week, to your life.
By the way, I have never logged into a computer in this place.
I don't recommend it.
You're not missing anything.
I have been here with you guys. Well, Roxanne, you were here. You predated us. I just, said, hey, you know what? This Roxanne might be a decent addition to the show. Let's try her out. You were on probation for like a couple of months. They gave me the authority to either keep you or boot you.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. It was actually the complete opposite. The Beasleys were calling Roxanne, hey, what do you think of this guy?
We're going to bring in this MJ Morning Show. What do you think? Should we keep him or boot him? All right. So I have been here with Fester and Froggy since October 5th of 2020. And then about 2 months ago, they introduced this Duo
Mobile
secret agent authentication to try to keep out, hackers, to keep the nefarious, pieces of crap.
And I have to admit, the company is being very forward
and they should
and
be.
progressive in their protections of their system.
They should be, because the last thing you want is some kind of an incursion. You had some really nasty situations. Hey, Cox Media Group, that's a Cowhead station. They had a breach like a year ago. Their websites, they couldn't get into. They were like screwed for like a month because somebody let some Trojan into their operation and effed them up.
Ooh.
I mean, massively.
You just said cock, screwed, and Trojan in the same sentence.
You're crazy.
Yeah. So I said Cox Group or Media Cox and then Trojan.
And screwed.
Where is your mind?
Yo, wait, let's take a guess.
Where is your mind?
I just put it all together for you.
Well, thank you very much. And then Entercom, which now they're Odyssey. We don't have any of their stations in our market, but they're big as well. They were also breached. They had a massive problem. So I don't blame our company. I do not blame the Beasley Media Group for wanting to be very proactive and trying to secure our internet, our logins. I don't blame them at all. However, it's kind of tedious. But the point is, I have never logged into a computer here. Like my laptop, I've got my own laptop. It's not a company computer. This is my Lenovo T580, which has been ticking along for years. And I just log into the public Wi-Fi.
All right.
I'm like some kind of client that shows up every day. So I don't have to log in.
I kind of feel that way sometimes.
Yeah. So now you guys, you actually log in.
I have to log in because the computer that you and I share is a wired computer. So I have to, of course, you bring your cell phone with you everywhere, but after I log in the morning, it sends me a message. I have to verify that I'm me, and then it lets me in.
Gotcha. All right, now, Froggy, what did you just witness? I have no idea where you're going with this.
So, I was in the
You
back.
were with Fester?
Yeah, I was in the production room because my password's not working, so I needed Fester to log into the computer. Okay. So when we're back there, Fester goes, I got to go to the bathroom, and he runs to the bathroom, but he leaves his phone there.
Yeah.
Because you needed it.
Yeah, and he goes, the password.
Yeah, because you need your cell phone. When you log in, it then sends you. Listen, it's like when I log on to some of my bank apps.
Yeah, they say authentication. What is it?
Yeah, so you'll log in, and then they'll say, hey, where do you want to send your authentication? And I just have a push notification sent to my cell phone. Is that how this Duo thing works? You get a push notification?
Basically, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Froggy.
He didn't say really I need to go to the bathroom. He said something else.
I gotta. Okay, don't even allude to
Froggy's
it.
taking a long time, and I'm like, listen, I gotta go.
All right. So you run out. You leave your cell phone with Froggy, and
he goes. I think they're going to send a text. Here's my phone. The password's blah 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 blah. And I go, okay.
For the authentication to get into our.
He runs out of the room.
All right, go ahead. What happened?
I look at his phone. Okay. And I scroll. You can only scroll 3 times on my phone on the homepage. 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah, so you only have 3 screens to flip to.
Yeah.
Fester has.
That's a good question. How many do I have?
Oh, that's a good question.
Hang on a second. How many? That is a good question.
I have 6.
Hang on,
Okay.
I've got my main one. Hey, I'll show it on MJTV. So, folks, if you want to see MJTV,
This is an indication of what kind of person you are.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Whoa!
5. I'm 5.
Okay, but look at me, MJ. Look at me. Look at me.
All right. 1, 2. Oh, and then
2.
and screen. What's the?
That's just like it bunches them up.
Oh, okay.
But 1, 2, 3.
You only have so you don't have a lot of apps.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I know.
I have 5. I have 5 and then the punch up.
All right. So you have 5 and what?
Like when it gives you a different view of the menu.
Yeah, you guys have this Apple crap.
I have 5,
I'm not,
like you.
I'm not part of the Apple cult.
All right.
All right. So what happens on Fester's phone?
I noticed that Fester has a bunch of screens, okay?
Yeah.
And then he has little mini screens, and they're all filled with games. Baby games.
Hold on a minute. How
Gambling games.
Hold on. How many game?
There must be hundreds. How many games do you have?
How many game apps are on there? Froggy, what is your estimate just by going through Fester's phone?
500?
No,
1,000?
not 100.
500.
Not 500. It might be 100.
No,
Honestly,
no.
We're being honest.
What?
Maybe 200.
Poker all day, backgammon, picker 3D, touch the wall, coin rush, aqua park, blackjack, baseball boy, color bump 3D, ball bounce, hero, pokeball, Woody, Tetris, slide hoops, art bell 3D.
What?
Art ball 3D. Not art bell. Art
Art Bell is an app I have too.
Crazy kick, castle wreck, kitten up, super Beano go 2, off the rails 3D, prime peaks, sand balls, Falcon Hunter,
All good
video
games.
picker,
Great
hoop
games.
stars, sniper 3D,
What?
flipper dunk, dig this,
Flipper Dunk and dig this?
All right, so
Pac-Man.
All right, Flipper Dunk is like pinball and basketball at the same time. It's really a good game.
Flip Master, Candy Crush, Super Hit Baseball, Con Kids, Join and Clash, Baby Cars, Good Slice. That's only one little mini folder.
I've heard of 2 of these things. I've heard of Candy Crush and one other.
How about
Tetris?
Vlad and Nikki, Construction Builder, Kids Car Races, Rush Hour 3D, Cargo Truck, Who's Your Daddy,
What?
Crash Bandicoot,
Crash Bandicoot?
Crash Master, Blackjack, Fork and Sausage. What's that?
Fork and sausage.
It's like there's a bouncing sausage. You have to stick a fork
Are
in them.
you serious? What? Oh my God! There's an app called Fork and Sausage.
That's
a
so
game.
you. That's so you.
So I play fork and sausage.
Roulette.
Roulette.
Okay. Draw and break it. Madden NFL. Ooh, my PDQ app.
Yeah. See, I have a lot of.
That's
great
in the
apps.
game folder.
Brick Breaker, Court Master, Boss Hog,
This
Mob
is-
Control,
This is unbelievable.
Pull the Pin, Yik Yak.
Pull the pin. Yik
Mob
yak.
control.
Hold, stop.
Hold on,
Stop.
Well,
What
now
is
you're getting
pull,
outside of the?
What is pull the pin?
So it's like a artistic funnel, and you have to pull pins to drop pellets into a
And
bucket.
what is the next one after that?
Yik Yak?
What is Yik Yak?
Yik Yak I actually downloaded because that's like a social media platform that's all the craze amongst the youngins.
Dude, how can your phone even operate with this much crap on it?
I got the biggest one. I mean, I got the pro.
I'm not done.
The pro biggest.
There's more?
Crazy Rush.
Yes.
Brick Balls, Words, Cheat Words, Scale Man, Hyper Recycle Game.
Okay, that's when you're like a garbage truck and you can pick up the.
Oh, that's cool.
There's an app. You're a garbage truck guy picking up trash cans?
Yeah.
What's the game?
Well, you're driving down a street and you hit a button and the garbage truck, and then you have to stop. And you hit another button and it goes beep beep and it puts out the fork and lifts up the green.
Why would you want to do that? Why would you need an app for that? How is that a game?
If you want to know what this phone's existence is for,
I got more.
Oh, there's more?
Of course,
Back Flipper, Temple Run, Snail Bob, Dream Blast, Brixie, Hold and Release, Oof. Mr. Bullet, Wordscapes, Galaxiga, 8-ball pool, Roulette, Soccer Stars. That's another mini folder.
I have like 2 roulette games.
I mean, it's outrageous,
there,
really.
Are there kiddie games here too?
Yeah, almost
They're
all
all kid games.
Vlad, like Vlad and Nikki. Okay, when you heard Vlad and Nikki, you thought, he's playing a game with Russian spies. No, Vlad and Nikki
I
are
thought it
little
was like
kids.
Vladimir Putin falling down the stairs and pooping his pants.
Right.
That was, by the way, that was a story earlier this week. Apparently, some intel came back that Vladimir Putin is in such bad physical shape, he fell down the stairs in his Moscow mansion, and then he soiled himself. He crapped his pants.
I will do it myself. Help me.
All right, what were you going to say,
Vlad
Fez?
and Nikki are just, they're little kids. So as soon as I heard Vlad and Nikki, I'm like, okay, Hadley plays with your phone. Hudson plays with your phone.
Are you done yet, or is there more?
I mean,
He took it back from him.
there might be
he
more.
took it.
I mean,
but wait, there's more.
I want to play Fork and Sausage right now.
That sounds fun.
What's your favorite of all those?
Fork and Sausage.
Fester, that is a ridiculous phone.
Okay.
All right, we're just getting rolling, folks.
It's for the kids. You know this, right? I mean, I come home or we're out at a restaurant here, and the kids play with this stupid thing.
You play the games.
I do.
Fork and sausage and some kind of a trash truck thing where you extend the arm to lift up the trash can. How is that a game?
That sounds fun.
Hudson's actually really good at it.
6:31, just getting rolling. It is a busy Thursday morning. I've got a big pile of morons. Hey, Putin, I got a big pile coming up. Hey, morons in the news next, the early edition. Don't move here on the MJ Morning Show. If you don't have a plan. 637 Morons of the News, one of my favorite parts of the show on a daily basis. This is the portion of the program that just makes you feel better about yourself. This is the part of the show that's really kind of self-help. It's therapeutic because when you hear about these imbeciles, these total morons of the news, you feel better about yourself because no matter how bad your day is, you got to feel better about yourself because whatever you're doing, you're probably not as bad as these morons.
You're doing better than them.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Do you remember those idiots in Pennsylvania that tried to do the 24-hour Target challenge?
Were they YouTubers or something?
Yes, they were. They were YouTubers. And what did these YouTubers do? Well, I just invented that. They're not YouTubers, they're YouTubers. Do you remember what they
Target challenge? Does it have to do with the store?
If it's the Target challenge, I would have to say yes. Well, it has to do with the store.
Well, it could be like shooting targets.
Yeah, the word target has multiple definitions.
No, but we talked about this a couple of months ago.
Okay, yeah.
I don't remember this.
So was it like YouTubers spent like the whole day or all night? The store closes at 10?
Yes. That's the challenge.
Oh, yeah.
The YouTube Target challenge is you camp out, you hide in the store, and you stay in Target. You sleep in Target overnight. I mean, how pathetic does your life have to be that you want to shoot a video and post it on YouTube? You're doing the Target challenge. How pathetic is your life that this is your excitement to stay in Target after they close and to sleep in the store all night?
Okay, hold on now. If you knew that like 500,000 people would watch it in the first 2 days, MJ, you would do it too.
I saw somebody do it at like...
no, I would not do it too.
It would pique your interest.
I saw somebody do it at a BJ's type Costco place where they had the big pallet racking.
Yeah.
Well, what was it? Was it BJ's? Was it Costco?
I think it was
Sam's Club?
I think it was a Costco.
One of the wholesale clubs.
And they built a fort out of the pallet rack behind the couches. So they had this little area and they filmed there and it was cool. It looked comfy. They were there all night. Next day, they snuck out in the morning, right when they opened up.
Are you serious?
Yeah. They had it all. They had a TV in there. They were watching TV.
I mean, there's motion detectors in these stores.
Did they open up like a 5-pound barrel of goldfish?
No, but they did. They got stuff off the shelves and were like eating it.
You know those?
That would be
you know the giant barrel of cheesy puffs?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Ooh.
Yeah, the one that they only sell in the
wholesale clubs. Yeah.
I mean, they sell a smaller version in like Walmart.
Right,
The barrel.
They have it's barrel. It's literally barrel shaped, and it is like a giant barrel of cheesy puffs.
My wife has talked me out of buying that 100 times.
Yeah.
When my kids were little, when Julian or Chloe, when they would accompany me to like Sam's when they were still open on Southdale Mabry, or why in the hell did they close that Sam's Club behind the Home Depot on Southdale Mabry? Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Water on 3 sides.
Why me? Why? All right. So
I think it's a Walmart distribution center now.
Is that what it is?
They deliver something.
They repurposed it or something. All right. So here's the YouTube challenge couple. They're facing serious charges, but they say they have no regrets. So that's the follow-up. They camped out. We're talking trespassing charges. A couple in Pennsylvania were surprised at the legal trouble they found themselves in after they tried to spend the night inside a Target to film a YouTube video. Johnson LaRose and his girlfriend, Charlotte Fisher, co-run the YouTube channel called Saucy and Honey. The channel has more than 21,000 subscribers and features the couple doing viral challenges and pranking each other. In one video that they posted on February 21st, titled 24-Hour Overnight Challenge in Target, Caught? LaRose and Fisher filmed themselves walking into a Target 30 minutes before it closed and then hiding in order to stay in the store overnight. Guys, do not attempt what we were attempting at home. We are entertainers. We are risking trespassing. They know what they're doing.
That was a big plot line in 80s movies, wasn't it? In Big and in Mannequin.
I don't know what else can happen after that. If we get a fine or get arrested, I don't know. I really don't care. Fisher added that they wouldn't be stealing anything from Target and supplied their own water bottles and snacks as well as wipes and mason jars should they need to use the bathroom. The couple set up a fort out of product boxes on the bottom of a shelf until the store's lights went off, and then they wandered around the aisles filming themselves. Then at 8 a.m. the next day, LaRose and Fisher left Target. In addition to uploading a video, they showed footage of them in the Target after hours. Fox 29 up in Philadelphia reported that officers were called to the store at 3 a.m. that night. They slept over after an alarm went off. So officers were called to the store at 3 a.m. the night they slept over because an alarm went off inside the Target store.
There's motion lights in these stores.
Yeah,
They know
motion sensors, yeah. So police said they searched the building, didn't find anything. The next day, after learning about the alarm going off, Target employees watched security footage and saw a couple walking around the store after hours with their phones out. LaRose and Fisher. It became a little bit of a bigger investigation trying to find out what they were doing. Was there something criminal? Police Detective Scott Pezick said at the time. Security footage allegedly confirmed that LaRose and Fisher did not take anything from the store. The footage also indicated that they left through an emergency exit at 3 a.m. And then they returned to the store at 8 a.m. to finish filming. So they even cheated. They didn't have the integrity to pull off the whole overnight scam. They left at 3 a.m.
That's how they got caught. That's how the alarm went off.
And then came back at 8 a.m.
Maybe it wasn't a motion detector.
No. The alarm went off.
When they went out the door.
Yeah, when they went out at 3 a.m., apparently they set off an alarm. Yeah, is this... all right, so this is video?
Yeah, they have...
This is their YouTube channel?
Yeah.
What's up, SNH Empire? This part is muted because of the music.
All right, so hold on a minute. This is how many people? So 297,000 views on this of them inside the Target overnight.
Is it a requirement to always start your YouTube video with "What's up, guys"?
Yeah, basically.
What's up? Hey, holla.
Yeah, that's what I always start mine. What's up, guys?
Now, here's the deal. Here's the update. Now, both LaRose and Fisher, the two, are facing charges of third-degree criminal trespassing and conspiracy and were released on a $25,000 unsecured bail. Third-degree trespassing is when someone unlawfully enters or remains in or upon a premise that isn't theirs, even if it's a public place like Target. For a long time, they were waiting to see, how severe this was going to be. Now, LaRose and Fisher are not allowed to visit any Target stores in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
So
They're banned.
there's like a restraining order against them going to any Target store in Pennsylvania. Their next hearing is set for March 24th. That's over a year after the incident. So they've had multiple hearings. They're still waiting to see what their final punishment is going to be. It happened, I think, last February, right?
It's been up for 9 months, so yeah.
I think it was last...
February or March, yeah.
Yeah, it was almost, it's going to be a year when they go back to, and you can see them, they're videoing themselves. It looks like they're hiding behind baby car seats. The car seat section.
That's actually a good spot to hide.
They're in the big boxes, or they have the big boxes, and they went behind the big boxes and built themselves like a little barricade.
Like a little fort.
To hide behind the car seats. That's how they did it. So, and now they're saying... They have no regrets. We're just living life, having fun. It's kind of sad that all of this came out of it. We were expecting a fine, nothing crazy. But, they're still awaiting the final disposition on the case. But it's still going on. We talked about this months ago. We talked about this, I think, slightly after they were busted.
When the news broke the first time.
Yeah. So that's the update. It's still in court, and they still don't know what's going to happen to them.
Department stores are really boring places in the middle of the night.
Hey, yeah, I think so.
You know what sucks? If you go to a car dealership and go on a test drive, and you got some 18-year-old employee that takes you on a test drive, and the employee loses control of the car he's taking you on a test drive in, and you crash into a house.
Wow.
Can you imagine? This is insane. An inexperienced driver working at a suburban Chicago used car dealership has been arrested after crashing a BMW for sale while taking two prospective buyers on a test drive, leaving both of them injured. I'm sorry.
Why would you want to buy a car and let the kid drive it? You know, the kid that works there.
Well, a test drive is you drive the car. Yeah. Exactly. The hell's going on? Yeah, this is bizarre. I hear the details on this. Yeah, the homeowner was working in his office at his home just a few feet away when he heard the crash. The two shaken up passengers, the possible customers, were taken to Elmhurst Hospital with minor injuries. The crash happened 2 days after there was another accident. Wow.
So I assume they did not buy this car?
Yeah, I'm guessing that the car is not currently for sale because of all the damage. So the 18-year-old employee working at the car dealership was arrested after he crashed a white BMW X6M. That's a nice vehicle. An X6M is, it's like an X5, but it's more of the rounded back.
Yes.
In the X6, and of course the M version, that's a pretty spiffy, 625 horsepower engine in there.
Was the 18-year-old trying to take it to the next level and just show him all the safety features?
I'm going to show you how the curtain airbags work. You ready for this? I'm going to show you how many airbags this vehicle.
Oh my God! I just saw the pictures of it.
I'm about to get to that. Yeah, Fester just brought it up on the. Fester just brought the picture of the vehicle.
Oh my God!
Hey, this isn't like I just run through the front door of the house.
No. This is the car. First of all, is totaled. Look at the front left tire has been completely jacked off of the car.
Yes, right off of there.
Jack just took it right off.
It's right off the vehicle. Anyway, the employee, Vladislav Vitek, he probably fled Ukraine as well and got a job here. So this guy works for Wynn Auto Plaza and was taking these customers out on a test drive. And he lost control of the 2012 BMW X6M. Crossing into a residential yard, slamming into the garage of Eric Balgren's home. Damage to the home is significant. The car is absolutely totaled. The two customers inside were taken to the hospital. I'm sorry. Oh, my, that's insane. And he was arrested. Now, it doesn't say exactly why he was arrested.
I mean, hitting a house?
I don't know if he didn't have a driver's license or whatever the story is, but man, that's just crazy. And the car is just a total, complete wreck.
Yeah, be careful. Why are you letting an employee go on the test drive or do the driving?
I don't understand.
You ever hear of sales guys going on test drives and getting carjacked while they're on the test drive?
We've seen a couple stories like that.
Yeah, you know what? I knew a sales guy in Virginia Beach back when I lived there, and I was doing radio in Virginia Beach. I did an appearance at a car dealership, and while I was doing the Saturday remote, the sales guy was carjacked. And I think they heard about us. I think they heard about us being there on the radio.
That's how they knew to go.
All right, hold on. You got to hear this story. This is a crazy. It was the end of the run around Virginia Beach, Dodge. That was the jingle. The end of the run around Virginia Beach, Dodge. All right, hold on. I got to tell you the story. See if you can find that jingle online. All right, hold on. Back in a second. You got to hear this. The MJ Morning Show back. I'll tell the story in minutes here on Q105. Hey, two college brothers. I was at a car dealership in 1980. It was 87 or 88. And now we're telling the story. If you're just tuning in and you're like, what's MJ talking about? We were doing some early Morons in the news stories in the last segment, and I was talking about this car wreck yesterday, suburban Chicago, and this 18-year-old car salesman takes two people out for a test drive in a BMW X6M. And listen, the BMW M cars are just phenomenal. They have a lot of power. And I can just imagine this 18-year-old going, hey, man, let me show you the power of this M engine. And it wasn't a BMW dealership in the Chicago area. It was a used car store. They were selling a 2012 X6M version. And the 18-year-old loses control, the car salesman, and rams into a house. And so we're just talking about, car dealers, test drives. And I have not thought about this, folks, in, 30 years. I mean, a long, long time. I'm trying to think, which station was I at? I got to think, I got to try to, 1987 or 88. And it was when I was working at 97 Star WGH.
Okay.
In Norfolk, Virginia Beach, right? I was doing a weekend remote. It would have been a Saturday. And I was doing a remote at Virginia Beach Dodge. And I even remember the jingle. Their commercial went, the end of the run around Virginia Beach Dodge. The end
jingle.
of the run around, insinuating that you get to run around the car dealers. But hey, Virginia Beach Dodge is going to be the end of the run around.
We're not going to hose you over at Virginia Beach Dodge.
I just looked for it on YouTube. I was hoping maybe there'd be like some vintage commercial from the 80s that had the jingle. I couldn't find it. But it was the end of the run around Virginia Beach Dodge.
I'm going to shoot myself if I hear you say that again.
So here's the deal. I'm at a car remote. It's a Saturday, and probably between 10 and 2. That's like the big time for car remotes on the weekend. And hey, it's MJ. I'm the night guy on 97 Star WGH. And one of the sales guys got carjacked during a test drive.
Wow.
What are you laughing at? It's not funny.
I mean, what timing? During a remote?
Well, we think that the guy that carjacked the car salesman heard about the remote on the radio station.
I'm sure they did. It was part of your solicit, wasn't it?
Hey,
Come
it's
on
MJ.
out.
MJ, come on down to Virginia Beach Dodge, man. We got the prize wheel out here. We got all kinds of stuff. Come on down. We've got hot dogs. I think like some Big Al's hot dogs. I think had hot dogs there.
That sounds like
we got
remote.
Frankie Says Relax shirts to give out.
Hey, see if Big Al's hot dogs is still on Shore Drive in Virginia Beach.
All right.
Yeah, do a Google search. See if Big Al's hot dogs. I'm telling you. So here's the deal. Here's what happened. Guy comes in, test drives a Dodge at Virginia Beach Dodge. They go out on the interstate, which back then it was called 44. And then 44 used to connect to 264. And some time ago, they got rid of the designation for 44, and they just made the stretch all the way to the Virginia Beach oceanfront. They made it just 264. They go out on a test drive. You find, it's famous Uncle Al's hot dog. They're still there.
Yeah, in Virginia Beach.
They're not on Shore Drive anymore. Now they're on Virginia Beach Boulevard, which...
All right.
Yeah, look at that.
It's a lot of Virginia Beach details.
Famous Uncle Al's hot dogs and fries. So the guy goes out on a test drive with this possible customer. Sales guy, test drive, a new Dodge. They get out onto the interstate, and the customer, the test drive-e, pulls over on the shoulder and tells the salesman to get out, pulled a knife on the sales guy. This is the middle of my car remote at Virginia Beach Dodge. The test drive guy, the customer, pulls a knife. He's driving the car. The sales guy's in the passenger seat, pulls a knife and tells him, get out. The sales guy gets out of the vehicle on the side of the road on the shoulder of Interstate 44. Now it's 264.
He's just standing there. There's no cell phones.
No, this would have been 1987 or 88. The guy did not have a cell phone. Back then, the car-mounted cell phones were starting. The big, giant Nokia ones where they had to bolt it into your floor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But they didn't have them at Virginia Beach Dodge.
No. Well, and then shortly after that, then the big brick Motorola phones came in, probably 88, 89, 90, or somewhere in that vicinity. But this guy, he was on the side of the road trying to flag down cars, and finally somebody pulled. It wasn't even a cop. It wasn't even like the Virginia State Police, or it wasn't like the Virginia Beach Police. Someone pulls over like a regular motorist, and the sales guy tells this motorist, "Help me! I'm a sales guy for Virginia Beach Dodge, and I just got carjacked." And the motorist just drives the guy back to the car dealership. They were pretty close, because the car dealership was on Virginia Beach Boulevard right off of the interstate. They bring him back, and then the whole story's told. Then they call the police, and then 5 Virginia Beach police cars come to the scene.
Oh, my God.
It was the most exciting car remote I've ever had. And I don't think they ever found the car.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
gone.
no.
Yeah,
it's gone.
that car was gone. But can you imagine that? You're a sales guy. I wonder if anybody listening, I wonder if any salespeople in the automotive business have ever been carjacked, or if there are any local stories where someone I know there have been stories where people go out on the test drive by themselves and never come back.
Right. Well, don't they? I mean, they get your driver's license when you do it.
Hey, if anyone wants to weigh in, if anybody has anything to say about this, are there any car salesmen, any crazy test drive stories? If you've ever been carjacked, or do you work for a car dealership and you gave the keys to someone for a test drive and they never came back? I think during COVID as well. During COVID, weren't they sending out customers without the sales guy in the car?
Yeah.
But they know who you are. They get your driver's license.
Guess what? If you've got a fraudulent license, just have a bogus license. All right, if anyone has anything to add to this, listen, we take calls all the time. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you've got a car dealer story, if you're a salesperson at a car dealership, any similar story, you want to add anything, anyone never come back from a test drive, 800-990-1047 if you've got something to add to the story. All right, we'll see if we get any calls. Andrew will screen them if they come in. All right, I want you to bring up a picture here. Andrew, did you get the mugshot up? Is it up at mjmorningshow.com?
I have a link to the story, yes.
Okay, Fester, go to mjmorningshow.com right now.
Okay.
And don't just go there, and I'm going to tell you what to do. Go to mjmorningshow.com. Now click on stories we mentioned right there. So, folks, at the top of the page, don't do anything else yet.
Okay.
At the top of the page, when you go to mjmorningshow.com, you'll see these tiles, and then you might need to click the arrow to make them slide. You're looking for stories mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. All right, scroll down, Fester. And
the Zillow story?
It's not it's not up there.
Behind
it's not there.
The thief?
Yeah, oh, there it
Is it panties?
Yeah, there it is. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, here we go. Don't look. I told you not to look. No. All right, leave it right there. No, you got to scroll down anyway.
All right.
Suspected thief leaves behind panties after taking $2,300 from a local business. All right. Michelle Denise Doucette, 45, of Fruitland Park here in Florida. This is in the Villages News. Man, they're good for a couple of stories a week. So
what's her name?
Michelle Denise Doucette, 45 years old. She's facing charges of burglary and grand theft after she was arrested by Fruitland Park, Florida police. She was caught on video surveillance entering into a business after hours, going through various offices. The name and location of the business have been redacted from the arrest reports. She found a cash bag, a jar of nickels, She walked away with a total of $2,300. So a cash bag and a jar of nickels. Is that a thing? Just having a jar of nickels?
I tell you, that would have to be a heavy jar of nickels.
Yeah, but the bulk of the cash obviously was paper money in the cash bag. Anyway, before departing the building with the money, Doucette left a pair of ripped black panties hanging in the staff bathroom. She also left behind a single shoe. This sounds like it's a whole methed up situation to me. That's right. I said methed up.
Or Cinderella story.
Right, are you ready? Now, by the way, this Doucette lady, a long, lengthy criminal record. They did arrest her.
Oh, God.
I want you to scroll. Everyone.
Okay.
Froggy,
Before we look.
Whip your microphone around, and I want to know if you would like to touch this lady's panties.
Wait, before we look.
Yes.
You know what Denise Doucette sounds like? Dunice. When you add Denise and Doucette, it's Dunice.
And I Dunice.
She looked like Denise.
All right, look at the phones.
I hope it doesn't involve a Doucette.
Tell calls. I'll be right there on the car dealership stuff. All right, you ready, guys?
Yes.
Scroll up, and I want to know.
That's a look.
Oh.
Is it?
All right,
I got to see the panties.
would you like her panties?
It looks like a man.
Would you look? What is going on with her hair? She's got like flaming red hair, but the roots have grown out like 8 inches. So she's got.
She's definitely methed up.
My God, can you?
Wait, well, you know what? I just forgot that you said she's 45. That's the crazy thing.
Can you imagine?
She's 45.
Can you imagine? Would you want to touch the panties that have been on her?
Oh,
Anyway,
I'll
check
help
out the story. It's up at mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com if you want to see the woman that steals $2,300 from a business and leaves her panties hanging in the bathroom.
No, I bet you she's a good time.
In the staff bathroom. All right, let me go to phones on this. Let me grab John is in Tampa talking about the car dealer stuff and me doing a car remote back in the 80s. And a sales guy was carjacked during my car remote. John, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning.
What happened?
I used to work at a car dealership. I had just sold a car. I was putting the trade back away in a certain packet that we keep.
Yep.
And I left it on my desk. Picked up another young customer that was checking out some pretty mean trucks. Took him on a test drive for a truck. We were 100 yards from the dealership when he jumped.
Hold on. Your phone is breaking up. You're 100 yards from the dealership and what? Oh, my God.
Come on, John.
Really?
Leave us hanging like that.
God. Well, the phone's gone. Hold on. John, where the hell are you driving? In a swamp?
Man, listen, I have 18.
I think he can't even say
gosh.
he
Did you
can't
say
even.
he has an 18-incher?
No, he can't even say he's got AT&T. He can't even get. All right, John, I think.
Exactly.
All right, John, hold on a minute. All right, so you're 100 yards from the dealership, and what?
And the guy jumped.
Oh my God, this is a commercial for AT&T right here.
John, I need you to text me the story.
All right, John, are you there? This AT&T, thank you for the stellar cell connection here. John?
Exactly.
All right, John. All right, you're 100 yards from the car dealership, and what?
And the guy jumps out, says he's got some stomach issues. He makes a beeline check to the dealership. I made the U-turn, go in there. I felt something was sketchy. I walked by my office. The key packet was gone for this really cool car that I just taken.
Just
Once
give
again,
up.
thank you to AT&T Cellular for the. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, 2 days later they called us. The guy was checking into some sort of a federal facility for a job interview, and the car popped up, and they called the police right there on the spot.
My God! Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Well,
that was 8 times as long as it had to be because of the bad cell connection. All right, one more quickly. Mario's in Clearwater. Hey, Mario, you're on the MJ Morning Show. I'm running late, so we got to make it quick. Go.
Okay, well, when I was younger, you could test drive cars back in the 90s. You just gave your ID. So we went to Bennett Car Sales. That was over in Clearwater Mall.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, where everybody rides.
Kim Bennett
Yeah,
and
Kim
family.
Bennett.
Everybody rides.
Where everybody rides. All right, go ahead.
So we borrowed the car. My friend was driving it, and he punched it way too hard, and he wrecks it on this curb, and the whole axle broke. We had to call them from a payphone for them to come out and tow us back in. Worst accident I ever had.
What kind of car was it?
It was a Mustang. They had this ball Mustang. 19-year-old kids. They should have never done it.
Was it like a GT?
Yeah, it was really nice, convertible, everything.
Yeah, Mustang GT with a lot of horsepower. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate the call. All right, 7:16 at the MJ Morning Show on Q105. I've got a quiz for you guys. I've got a test. I've got a great story. Now, I think everybody sent me the Olive Garden story.
What happened to Olive Garden?
All right, this is like a boss from hell, a manager of an Olive Garden. But I want to put you guys to the test. All right, wait till we get back. When we get back in minutes, the Olive Garden boss from hell story, and it's next on the and a whole lot more. Update on the Porch Pirate story where my friend got ripped off, and it was all caught on Ring doorbell. We got a lot of stuff. Long chunk of the MJ Morning Show starts next. Crow on the MJ Morning Show, 7:26 exactly at this point. Hey, remember Sheryl Crow? You know who dated Sheryl Crow? Remember one of our old production guys, good old Eric?
Yeah, Eric was they were hot and heavy for a while.
Yeah, I don't know those details,
And
but
she's like, listen, I'm about to be super successful, so you got to go, Eric.
Eric, our production guy, who did phenomenal work. He was just incredible at parody songs. And Eric, in college, dated Sheryl Crow, which, it's pretty cool. She goes on to be this, super... So what is she... You don't hear much about Sheryl Crow these days. All right, the Olive Garden manager from hell in just a moment. And this story is going to be involving a little quiz for the crew. It's like a little quiz for the crew based on the Olive Garden manager from hell story. Hold on. First, though, Fester, during the last commercial break, Fester hands me a printout of, this is a Reddit story, right? Yeah, this is from Reddit.
I had no idea this was a thing.
Let's see if Roxanne knows. I know it's a thing. Let's see if Roxanne knows it's a thing. Let's see if Froggy knows it's a thing. Fester is like, is this real? Or is this like some kind of Photoshop? Fester sends me a picture from a Reddit subgroup about batteries with a bitter coating.
Huh? Batteries with a bitter...
Hold on. You
bitter?
You guys have small kids. You don't know? Both you guys, small kids, you don't know about this?
Like bitter coating.
I lick batteries sometimes, and they don't not bitter.
Well, I mean, I've licked like 9 volts.
Yeah, I'll put my tongue on a 9 volt. That's the best way to test if it's still good.
Yeah.
You put because the 9 volt, you got both terminals on top.
I don't do that.
It's gotta you gotta have a Gene Simmons tongue to put your tongue on like a regular, like a C cell or a D cell or a double A.
I've never done that.
You know the best way to test a AAA?
The small one, yeah.
You just touch your wiener with it. If it shocks you, it's good.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Dude, how old are you? What are you, 5?
Give me the batteries. Try
it.
I don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Froggy.
Try it.
Dude,
if you touch it, MJ, I'm telling you.
You're just rambling.
A AAA on the wiener?
Well, just stop it. I mean, you're just rambling and babbling.
That's real.
It is not real.
Reddit it.
Dude, a triple A is the smaller version of the double A, which is the standard.
Froggy, quick, throw me the remote.
No. All right, stop, guys. Hey, guys, no. Faster, just stop. Stop. Really, just stop. Stop.
I don't test batteries, but I will test an iron with my tongue.
What?
I'm just kidding. But what I do, I spit on my I spit on my finger and then I touch the iron. Everybody does that.
Everybody does that.
Everybody does that.
You lick your finger and then touch an iron?
And you listen for the sizzle.
Sizzle, yeah.
I don't do that. I've never. Well, first of all, I've never touched an iron.
That's how you know it's ready.
Or also, you know where else you can touch an iron?
All right, Frog, just stop.
No, but I have done that for real.
No, you have not.
The iron?
No, the iron.
This is the sizzle finger.
The sizzle finger.
Yeah.
That's real.
That's pretty dumb, though. Really?
Everybody does that, except you because you don't iron, obviously.
That might be a good point.
I'm iron deficient.
He takes a pill.
So, Fester, you had no idea this was a thing?
First of all, I don't buy that shape of battery.
What if you have a device that needs a button cell? All right, here's the deal.
I don't know what I have that would need a button cell.
All right, hold on. The Olive Garden story in a second. A button cell, those round coin-like batteries, they're in all kinds of crap.
Watch
batteries, just a ton of things.
Light up beads.
Little button cells. You're telling you have nothing that uses a button cell?
I can't think of when I ever replaced a button cell.
How about on your Rough Riders uniform? You don't have any little light up buttons?
Yeah, but they're like that's disposable. I've never bought these little penny-looking.
What a loser!
Batteries.
They don't look like pennies. They're silver, so they would
They're
look like a
smaller.
nickel or a dime or a quarter.
It'd be
a
like
penny's
a
a
dime.
copper color.
Yeah.
Okay,
A
I never
penny's
bought
not
these.
dime.
So a button cell. Everyone knows what a button cell battery is. Apparently, Fester has never used one, which is unbelievable.
I've never replaced one.
Whatever. But Fester hands me this picture of a Duracell package of button batteries. This is a package of 4 3-volt lithium batteries. And it's got looks like a various one. It's got the CR2025. That's pretty common. You got I think these are all CR. It looks like the perspective is different, so it looks like some are bigger. So it's a 4-pack. Yeah. It's a 4-pack of CR2025s. And then on the label, on the cardboard backing that the battery buttons are in, it says child secure plus bitter coating. You didn't know about that? Guys, some of the button cell battery manufacturers, they put a bitter coating on the battery. So if a small kid puts the battery in their
mouth.
Yes.
Froggy, what was your guess?
I don't even know what you're trying to get me to say, but I'm being serious. Go ahead, MJ.
All right, so they do. They coat these button cell batteries with a bitter coating. So
no, that's an urban legend.
It is not an urban legend. Go to the damn store, look at a Duracell package for a button cell, and it'll say child secure, bitter coating. So if a small kid puts one of those round coin-like button cell batteries in their mouth, they'll spit it out because it tastes like yuck.
Give me one. I want to taste it.
That's the same thing I said. I've never tried that. I've never heard of
this. Are we going to do this on tomorrow's show?
I mean, is it that riveting? I don't know.
But if you accidentally swallow it, it's going to be a serious trip to the emergency room. And those are the things you worry about most. Kids eating batteries and magnets. Not good.
Oh, yeah. Magnets can perforate your intestines.
Yes.
Yeah, magnets can be really... First of all, I don't understand. Even if a kid is 2, what possesses you to eat magnets?
They put everything in their mouth.
They're little kids.
I get it. All right, but I'll tell you what. You know what? Fester, go get a bunch of these Duracell child secure bitter coating button cells, and let's put them on Froggy's tongue tomorrow and see what happens.
Why me?
Yeah.
My tongue is... Yeah, you have a better palate than me.
No.
We'll enjoy them together.
Yeah, we'll test the bitterness.
What if you put them in your beer? Will that add some bitters?
Let's educate the audience, and let me educate everyone in this room who had no idea. I have the oldest kids in the room, and I know about this. You guys have the youngest kids in the room, and Roxanne, you've got a 2.5-year-old.
Yeah, I just try to keep my kids away from eating batteries. I keep batteries up high in cabinets where they can't access them.
That's a good motherly trait. I try to keep my kids away from eating batteries.
Yeah, I just try to
MJ, you're a liquor guy.
Not get to that point where they have to taste the bitterness.
So what if we made an old fashioned?
Yeah,
we dropped a battery in.
So that would be the bitterness?
Yeah.
Instead of using like was it Angostino bitters, right? Is that the name?
Know.
Isn't that the name? The famous bitters are Angostino, right?
Yes. Or you could just do
Anga battery.
I'll just drop in a Duracell bitter coating battery. That'll be the bitters that I use. Yeah. So is it Angostino? I just want to make sure I said the right.
I don't know.
Yeah, the famous bitters.
I don't know. I have to look it up.
All right. So yes, Festa, it exists. It's real, and we will put bitter batteries on Froggy's tongue about this time tomorrow. So book it, folks.
Angostura bitters.
What?
Batteries.
I'm finding Angostura bitters.
There it is. Angostura. What did I say? Angostino? Angostura. Angostura.
Why don't they put that stuff on everything they don't want kids to eat?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Bitter up the world.
All right. I'm moving along. This is crazy. Folks, this is like a manager from hell. And then I've got a quiz for you guys. Let's see how attentive and how astute you are, Roxanne. You, Fester.
Oh.
You, Wiener Froggy.
Thanks.
This is crazy. This is out of Kansas. And this is a story from Channel 5 in Kansas City. KCTV. Oh, that stands for Kansas City Television, doesn't it? KCTV, Channel 5, where news comes first. On your side.
Eyewitness.
How many stations across the country are on your side?
I think every major market has one.
Every market has some station that's on your side. All right, so this is crazy. This is out of Overland Park, Kansas. This is in the Kansas City area on the Kansas side, not the Missouri side. A Johnson County restaurant manager sent a very harsh message to any employee that was going to take off time. So manager, this is an Olive Garden with that bottomless, soup and salad pit? What do they call it?
Soup, salad, breadsticks.
All right, so the endless pit of that stuff.
It's delicious.
It is good.
The manager apparently was a was a dick. All right,
Yeah.
the manager was a tough dude.
Didn't we hear a story about an Olive Garden managers being really hard on their staff about getting alcohol in their?
We had a story a couple of weeks ago of an Olive Garden waiter just kept pushing alcohol
Because the manager tells them they have a certain amount of sales.
I don't know whether it was that. We did a story. You're right. We did a story about how Olive Garden, that they, I guess part of the training is to keep pushing alcohol, push. And the story was some guy was there for lunch with a coworker, and they couldn't drink at lunch.
And he denied it.
The server was like, got in trouble because the server wouldn't keep pushing alcohol. They're like, hey, we're working. We're just here for lunch. We can't go back to the office after drinking. And the manager, did they get angry at the server for not pushing the alcohol? Listen, the bottom line is, alcohol is the highest profit item in the house. If you're a restaurant, you make the most money, the most profit margin by selling alcohol. Unless maybe you sold glasses of water. I don't know. All right, so here's the deal. Olive Garden, Kansas City, and they've confirmed this. So Olive Garden has confirmed that the restaurant on 95th Street in Overland Park, Kansas, that, well, there was an issue with the manager.
And I think you referred to the manager as a he, but I believe it's a woman.
Maybe so. So the manager's been fired, and listen, I'm going to tell you the story in a nutshell. The manager said that you got to prove to us why you're taking time off. And one of the examples and this is, again, manager from hell, the manager said to the employees, if your dog died, you better prove it. Bring your dead dog into the restaurant. So this manager was
they said that?
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I thought that was a joke.
No,
if
it's
your
not. It's
dog
not.
died, you bring him in and prove it.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Verbatim.
So the manager, I guess, cracking down on time off or requests, and this manager at Olive Garden said, if your dog dies, you better bring your dog in and prove that you were off work that day because your dog died.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Man, he's hardcore. What a jerk.
So this is kind of a little bit of a PR nightmare for Olive Garden. A media relations representative confirmed to Channel 5 in Kansas City that a manager sent a message to staffers, also had, so this was like a written email message, and then had verbal discussions as well about call-offs. Attention all team members. Our call-offs are occurring at a staggering rate. From now on, if you call off, you might as well go out and look for another job. We are no longer tolerating any excuse for calling off. If you're sick, you need to come in and prove it. If your dog died, you need to bring him in and prove it. If it's a family emergency and you can't say what it is, too bad. Go work somewhere else.
Okay.
If you only want morning shifts, too bad. Go to work at a bank. If anyone here if anyone from here on calls out more than once in the next 30 days, you do not have a job. Do you know, in my 11.5 years at Darden, guess what? That 11.5 years did not become 12.
Jeez.
So, and of course, Darden owns Olive Garden and other concepts. And she writes, you said it was a she?
I don't know what the...
Roxanne, I didn't know whether it was
a she.
Okay, I didn't know whether it was a he or she in the story. All right, so she writes, and one of the staffers, obviously, they turned this message, this email over to the local TV station in Kansas City. Do you know, in my 11.5 years at Darden, how many times I've called off? 0. Oh, God. I came in sick.
Great.
That's what I want. I want a sick waiter or waitress just coughing and sneezing all over my, I don't know. What do they have at Olive Garden?
Big steaming bowl of fettuccine Alfredo. It's about 4,000 calories.
Yeah. In the food industry, if you're sick, don't come in.
Listen to this. I got into a wreck literally on my way to work and got there on time. Airbags went off and everything. So, I got into a car wreck. The airbags went off and I still made it to Olive Garden.
Like that movie about the drummer. When he gets to the car accident in the end and he shows up to play.
What the hell? I mean, this is the olive. Hey, if we have any servers, any servers, anyone in the restaurant biz, if you would like to add to this story, have you ever had an experience, anything whacked while working at a restaurant as far as the demands that you have to work? What if you've got COVID? You got to you got to come in. If you've got COVID, you're coming into work.
MJ, this applies to any place. Like, let's say you're working at TJ Maxx. The manager gets tired of people calling out. They may write some oddly aggressive message like this.
Yeah, managers always have a little edge.
So the airbags went off. The car was totaled. But you know what? I made it to work on time. All caps. There are no more excuses. Anyway, this thing goes on. It's another like 2 paragraphs. So this was sent to all of the servers, and then I guess there was some verbal berating as well. The Olive Garden company, they fired this manager apparently. No longer there, a longtime manager. So 11.5 years with Darden. Well, you're not going to make 12. But let me go.
What's the quiz part of this?
Well, hold on. I'm about to get to that. If anyone has anything to add, anyone have a boss from hell, a job from hell, demands to come to work when you've got a very serious situation, or any other element that I'm not thinking of here, if you'd like to phone in, let's go. Your calls are typically great. 800-990-1047. That's how you get in. Fire up the phones. If you have a comment on this story, 800-990-1047. That's 800-990-1047. That's how you get in. Now the quiz. Roxanne, thank you very much.
Yes.
You are obviously intrigued and interested.
I think she's more nervous than anything.
No, I think I know what the question is.
Okay, smarty.
Oh, look at the big brain on Brad.
All right, smarty pants. What do you think the question is?
The question is going to be something like, has anyone noticed how many days I've called in sick since you've worked with me? Something like that.
Are you imitating me?
Yes.
Is that what you're doing over there?
That's my MJ imitation.
Hold on, don't interrupt. MJ, don't interrupt. Do that again. That was pretty good.
Has anyone in this room paid attention to how many days I've called in sick? That's how you say it.
I doubt it's that.
No, it's not.
It's not. Okay.
Come on, guys. The manager at Olive Garden told employees that if your dog dies, you better bring your dog in to prove it. Come on. Anything? Anything? I'll give you a hint.
Okay. Well, I got a couple.
Go ahead. Yes, Fester.
Are you gonna play the Casey Kasem Dead Dog tribute?
No, I'm not playing the Casey Kasem Dead Dog tribute. No.
I can't think of too many hot dead dog angles right now.
No, that's true.
A similar angle. The Olive Garden manager says if you need time off, if your dog dies, you better bring your dog on in.
If your mother dies,
come on,
bring in your dead mother.
I'll narrow it down.
Please.
Yeah.
Movie.
Weekend at Bernie's.
What?
I'm just thinking of dead people.
Come on, a movie. It's not Weekend at Bernie's. No, come on.
Pet Cemetery.
No.
All dogs go to heaven.
No.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I mean,
what did you say?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
What specifically about Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
The guy went to his house to see if he was really sick.
Come on, you're close. All right. Here it is.
Doesn't Ed talk to the secretary?
Ed, here, listen.
Ed Rooney.
This is George Peterson.
How are you today, sir?
Well, we've had a bit of bad luck this morning, as you may have heard.
Yeah, I heard, and I'm all broken up. Boy, what a blow.
Yeah. Well, it's been a tough morning, and we've got a lot of family business to take care of, so if you wouldn't mind excusing Sloan, I'd appreciate it.
Sure. I'd be happy to. Yeah, you just produce a corpse, and I'll release Sloan. I want to see this dead grandmother firsthand. It's all right, Grace. It's Ferris Bueller, little twerp. I'm going to set a trap and let him fall right into it.
So you see what this is like. This is like almost exact. So Ed Rooney, the principal in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, he says, all right, time off, dead granny. I'll tell you what, you produce the corpse, and it's like the Olive Garden manager saying, your dog died. You produce the corpse, you bring the dog in if you need time off, and it's just like it.
Ed, I'm sorry. Did you say you wanted to see a body?
Yeah, that's right. Just roll her old bones on over here, and I'll dig up your daughter. You know that school policy.
Oh?
Was this your mother?
No, my wife's mother.
Ed Rooney's office.
Hi, this is Ferris Bueller. Can I speak to Mr. Rooney, please? Thank you.
Hey,
Ed? All right.
Tell you what, Dip. You don't like my policies, you can just come on down here and smooch my big old white butt.
Ed!
Pucker up, Buttercup.
Ferris Bueller's online too.
Oh, man, that's like the Olive Garden to produce the corpse of the dog. All right, let's go to phones. Alberto is first up in Tampa. Hey, Alberto, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Thank you, guys. How are you doing today?
We're doing well, Alberto. What do you have?
Not much. Just hearing at your Olive Garden manager story. I'm a manager myself. You can get some crazy stories from restaurant workers from the house, back of the house. Calling, trying to call out.
Let me help our listeners with your terminology, because you said front of the house and back of the house. Now, in the restaurant biz, front of the house means everyone that you see, like the hostess, the manager out front, the wait staff. That's the front of the house. Back of the house, obviously, that's everyone back in the kitchen. All right, go ahead, Alberto.
So I had one day front of the house staff server. They were saying that their cat were sad, so they had to stay with their cat because their cat wasn't, having a good day.
Right.
So that, just so you have an idea, how crazy can
my cat is having a bad day.
Yes.
What did you say?
I'd say that's not an unacceptable excuse, and I mean that's totally unacceptable. And if he don't make it to work or cover for somebody, I would be moving forward in disciplinary action. But this person actually worked.
I would have to agree with that, Alberto. All right, so what happened? Did the person stay with their cat for the emotional support because the cat was having a bad day, or did they come to work?
They actually did stay home, but find somebody else to cover their shift last minute.
Alberto, thanks for the call. You know what? My dog's having a bad day. I had a conversation, just, kind of down in the dumps right now. Ted, I can't make it to the MJ Morning Show today. Yeah, Ted, my dog is just not right, just kind of down in the dumps. So I'm going to have to call in sick to the MJ Morning Show.
Well.
All right, Michelle's in Tampa. Hey, Michelle, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, how are you this morning?
We are well. Michelle, what do you have?
So one of my previous bosses, when we were having a discussion one day, she said that she couldn't rely on me. And she said, you're in the hospital this year, and I can't rely on you to be in the office. Well, the incident that she was talking about, I had actually had an operation, and I flatlined on the table.
Hold on. You had an operation. You flatlined on the operating table in the hospital, and your boss says that they can't count on you to come to work?
Yeah.
You died. Yeah. You literally died.
So you were... How long were you dead, technically?
Jeez.
2.5 minutes.
And then were they reviving? Were they doing CPR? How'd they revive you?
They had the paddles out.
Oh, so they did the clear, and they shocked you with the... Wow.
Now get to work.
Now, Michelle, do you mind, what kind of surgery, what procedure were you having done where you flatlined?
It was actually an outpatient surgery, and the anesthesiologist actually jacked up the anesthesia timing.
Oh, man. So, wow. So the anesthesiologist, they dosed you up too much and you died?
Yeah.
Did just out of curiosity, did you litigate over this?
I reached out to the hospital, and the hospital cleared off their bill that I had to pay. But I'm still getting bills from the anesthesiologist.
Oh, you wait a minute. The anesthesiologist that almost killed you is still sending you bills?
Yeah, and the only number on there is a call center offshore.
Yeah, I would get a hold of the anesthesiologist. How long ago did this happen, Michelle?
2 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know about statute of limitations, but
you need a lawyer.
Yeah,
I've reached out. I had reached out to one already. But
oh my, that
needless
takes.
to say, after that conversation with the manager, I started looking for a new job and I left.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can't count on you while you're dying on an operating table. Michelle, if you don't mind me asking, did you have any after-death experience? Did you see the light or anything, or were you just totally unconscious?
Funny you should say that. Actually, when they were wheeling me up from post-op recovery into a room for observation for a day or two.
Yeah, after you died and they brought you back to life. Go ahead.
After I was in the elevator and the people were bringing me up, I said, "By the way, you don't see a light."
Yeah, you had no recollection of anything, right?
No.
Yeah. Michelle, thanks for the call. That's crazy. Wow. And can you imagine the anesthesiologist they're still sending her bills?
Oh.
The hospital or the outpatient, they wrote it off. They're like, please don't sue us. Don't sue us. It's much cheaper for us to not charge you the $2,900 or whatever the hell it is. Josephine's in Tampa. Hey, Josephine, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Folks, if you're just tuning in, we had a story about an Olive Garden manager from hell was fired by Darden, telling employees you can't take any time off. If your dog dies, you better bring the dead dog to Olive Garden to prove that your dog died. So we're taking calls about crazy managers, situations at work. Josephine, go ahead. You're next.
Hi, I'm a small business owner, and I have people calling in ever since COVID, this new generation. They call in for everything. I've had people, when we had the hurricanes, go south to Sarasota. And I'm like, why are you not coming to work? Because of the hurricane? But the hurricane's going south. Why would you leave our area? And, they come up with these crazy excuses.
There you go. Thank you, Josephine. 800, that opens up a line. And that's true. I think that since COVID, everyone's a little more sensitive. Everyone's, more of a buttercup, or what's the other term I'm looking for?
Softy?
Well, that too, but there's another term I can't think of.
Pushover.
What?
Buttercup, pushover.
Wimpy. Everyone's, it's on tip of my tongue.
Pansy.
Anyway, all these.
This is a fun game.
All these technically work.
The Roxanne Thesaurus
I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
I can't think of the word either.
Yeah, it's a word.
Give me more, Rox.
If you're too sensitive, my God.
Namby-pamby.
No, it's like
thank you. Andrew just said it. Was that on the air?
It's
or off
a
the
new
air?
word. What is it?
Andrew, just say it on the air, please.
Snowflake.
Snowflake.
There you go.
Thank you, Andrew.
That's what I was looking at. People are calling in probably for that. That opened up a line, 800-990-1047. Nick is in Tampa. Hey, Nick, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Going well. Go ahead.
All right, I'm from New York. I've lived in Florida for a long time, and I moved back up to New York to work for my brother-in-law, my sister's husband. We agreed on a certain amount, which was like $15 an hour for his construction job. I was up there for about a month. I had gotten ready to buy a house and everything. Right before I signed the paperwork, he said, "I can't afford that much money anymore," and he dropped my pay rate to $12.
You move up to New York and he drops your pay by $3 an hour is going to make or break this guy?
Yeah, he said he's not making enough money like he thought he was, so he just dropped it $3.
Oh, after you pick up and move from Florida up to New York, right?
Exactly.
So what'd you do? What was the outcome?
I stopped working for him, and I had to move back down here and find some work because there's not much work up there in upstate.
Yeah, all right, buddy. Thanks, Nick. Wendy's in Virginia. Wow, Wendy, where in Virginia are you listening to us?
Actually, I'm just north of Richmond, but I'm on my way back. I'm actually just came into Florida. Just got back into the state of Florida for a few days.
All right, so wait a minute. Hold on. You're from Virginia, but you are driving into Florida now.
Yeah, I come to Florida every other month.
Oh, very nice. All right, Wendy, what's your boss story?
Well, I worked for one of these big retail chains, not Walmart, but I worked for one of the other big retail chains.
Yep, Target.
And my mom passed away in January.
Mm-hmm.
So I called my boss the night before I was supposed to go into work and said, yeah, I'm kind of not going to make it into work tomorrow. And she goes, well, why? And I'm like, my mom died. And she went, oh. And she goes, so you're going to make it in Saturday?
Oh.
And I was like, my mom's in Florida. I don't think so. And she's like, okay. She goes, so when are you going to come back to work? I said, I don't know. My mom died. My dad's in Florida. I'm going to be down there taking care of my dad. She goes, so what, a week? I'm like, look, I'll call you when I'm getting ready to come back to the state.
Well, also, if you're working retail, you work for a big retailer, but not Walmart. I would guess maybe Target. Listen, there are so many job openings. Places are begging for employees.
Well, the irony was, I worked part-time for the schools. I'm a substitute school teacher, and I had just gotten a job offer for a full-time job, a 40-hour-a-week job.
Mm-hmm. So what'd you do?
So, I went down. She calls me, and I said, look, I told you, I'll call you when I get back in the state, and I'll go to work, because I wasn't going to get my first paycheck from this 40-hour-a-week job for like 3 weeks. So I was going to, stay with that job. Well, I got back, and the day I went down, I got back. The day I got back, 2 days after I got back, actually the day after I got back, I went back to work for this company.
Okay.
And I worked for 3 weeks straight. I worked 3 jobs. I worked 7 days a week. And some of the times I was pulling a double shift. I was working during the mornings at the 40-hour-a-week job for my training, going to work at the other job at night. And on my 2 days a week,
Wendy, how does this story end?
Esther.
I mean, Wendy, I love you, but listen, give me the abbreviated version. Give me the Cliff Notes version.
Okay, very simply, my daughter got so ticked off at my boss because I got physically ill. She called my boss and told my boss to go to hell.
Now we're talking.
She told your boss to go to hell?
Hey, thanks for the call, Wendy. Drive safely.
Salty language on that daughter of yours.
Welcome back to Florida. Whoa. William is in Tampa. Hey, William, MJ Morning Show, you're up. William, are you there? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Last year when I had COVID, I kept showing up to work every day.
Hold on. You had COVID and you kept showing up to work because they made you or because you didn't want to lose out on the money?
No, I just kept coming into work. I was storing up blood, coughing up blood, storing up blood.
Oh, you bleeding out?
And hang on. What kind of job did you do?
I drive a truck. I work 80 hours a week.
See,
why were you bleeding out?
Any job that you're going to have with COVID, I mean, you're at least by yourself most of the time, right?
It's not like you were in charge of filling up the salad bar at a buffet.
No.
I
I don't know how I feel about you throwing up blood while you're on the highway, but
if you're an over-the-road truck driver, I mean, you're in your own little office. I mean, you are kind of isolated, but yeah.
I'm local.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Thanks for the call. Oh, I've got COVID. I'm coughing up blood. What do? Oh, I'm a preschool teacher. All right. April's in Largo. A couple more calls, then we got to move on. April in Largo, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to tell everybody about this little store that had just opened up. It was an electric company.
All right, yeah, don't mention the name. But all right, so you worked at a little electric company. What happened?
Yep. So within a 3-week span, my grandfather-in-law passed away. My mom ended up with a stroke in the hospital for about 4 months, and my son also got sick. So obviously, I was taking some time off within those 3 weeks. But the owner was really cool, and he was like, family is priority. Take all the time you need. You'll have a job when you get back. Don't worry about it. Go take care of what you need to take care of. So I was like, okay, thank you so much. Like, I was crying in his office, just saying thank you so much and for understanding. And I get back, and he's like, sorry, we need somebody that can be here in the office. we just can't have you here anymore.
So said one thing to you during your crises, and then when you got back, it was like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. That sucks.
Yeah, pretty much. And like, thankfully, my mom came out of the stroke and everything, better than expected. So that was a lot. That was one thing that good came out of it.
That's positive. Yeah.
It just sucks that I was promised my job after all of these crises, and then he's like, "Oh, sorry."
Thanks for the call. Dwayne is in Sarasota. Hello, Dwayne. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
How you doing?
Doing well. What happened, Dwayne? What was your work-related issue?
I called in to have my bird. My bird needed a pedicure, so I called in.
Come on.
All right.
Bird hygiene.
And the boss didn't like it, and I guess he complained to the other people I work with, and I got razzed really bad about it.
You called in sick, or you called in to work. You couldn't make it because your bird needed a pedicure.
Correct.
Oh, that's not a joke?
Now, listen, I had an African gray parrot for many, many years, and I would clip my own bird's nails. You get one of those clippers, and you just got to be careful that you don't, get the wick or whatever they call it. And what kind of bird are we talking about? Like a falcon, or what was it?
A macaw.
A macaw, yeah. Listen, how long have you had your macaw?
About 15 years.
Dude, you don't know how to clip your own macaw's nails?
He don't like getting his nails clipped.
All right, well.
You don't want to piss off a macaw.
He don't like it at all.
Yeah, I get it. All right, so, Dwayne, what happened? Did they fire you or what?
No, he let it slide. He got really mad about it, and he complained to the other drivers, and, everybody started razzing.
What kind of driving do you do?
18-wheeler.
And then he told everyone else that you had to take off, that you couldn't drive your truck because you had to get a pedicure for your bird.
Yeah, because, they had to start taking up my slack because, they had to do my run.
Yeah, because your bird's toes. I get it.
Now,
Yeah.
Do you work for a particular company? Do you haul something specific or just all kinds of merch?
I'll haul big concrete structures that they put underground when they're building houses and stuff like that.
Like underground, like for sewage vaults and that kind of stuff?
Correct, yes.
Gotcha. All right, buddy, thanks. All right, 2 more calls, Andrew. That's it. So beg everyone else off. Tell them thanks for calling, but I got to move on. Andrea's in West Tampa. Hey, Andrea, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hello.
What's the story with you and work?
I actually also work in retail, and it is also a rather big company, of course, not going to name. I have now done 19 years, and this was pre-COVID. I had gotten really sick, thought it was a traditional, cold, sniffles, but I started passing out at work. That I was told, okay, if you're going to pass out, go to the walk-in clinic, find out what's wrong with you. I went to the walk-in clinic, come to find out I had pneumonia. I had it in the
You had walk-in pneumonia at the walk-in clinic.
Yeah,
walk-in
Just
pneumonia.
walk right in.
Yeah,
Good
just
one.
walk right in.
Have a seat.
Walk-in pneumonia. Go ahead.
My left lung was filled up with fluid.
Oh, all right.
So I had gone back to my work and presented that I could not come back, that I had to take off for at least a week for recovery. And when I came back, I had come to find out they had written me up because I had pneumonia.
My God.
Yeah.
Those bastards.
Did they at least spell it correctly on the form?
Huh?
Never mind.
They spelled pneumonia. All right, so what was the outcome? What happened?
The outcome, I had actually went above, and the person who had written me up was an assistant, and I had gone above their head, and that was taken off my record.
Oh,
wow.
good.
There you have it. Thank you. All right, last call. Appreciate the call. All right, Chris in Tampa, final say on the matter. And if you're just tuning in, we're just taking calls about bad situations at work. After we had a story about an Olive Garden manager out in Kansas told employees you can't take any days off. If you have an emergency like a dog dying, you better bring your dead dog in and prove that your dog really died. So that's why we're taking calls. All right, Chris, final say on this. Go ahead.
Hey, yeah, I manage a group of 15 in an office environment, and I had a complete opposite issue as people calling in. Everybody came to work sick no matter what, and from cubicle to cubicle, every time somebody sneezed, and just imagine leading up into COVID, every time somebody sneezed or coughed, everybody in the whole environment cringed. Like, oh my gosh, don't give me anything. And my policy was, listen, if you're coming in sick, please do not come in sick. We want to keep everybody healthy here. I have no problem with you calling in. We can stay home. You can work from home. You can do anything like that. But please just don't call in sick, because everybody can't get their job done. They can't focus when somebody's over there hacking up a lung.
There you go. That's the right thing to do. Absolutely. If you're sick, don't come in. I mean, if you're sick, you got this Olive Garden manager. You really want a server, if they're sick, serving you? Of course not.
Yeah.
It's the last thing I want. If I went to a restaurant and the waiter, the server's just like, I mean, I'm not eating the food that they're bringing out to my table as they're hacking and coughing. I'll get up and leave.
What if you're eating there and you see a dejected waiter come in holding a dead dog walking into the back?
I mean, that's the other side of it.
Here's my dead dog.
Don't order the special.
Yeah. While you're eating your breadsticks, there's Fido.
Bottomless dead dog here at Olive Garden. All right, so the update on the Porch Pirates.
Oh, yeah, your buddy.
The comments. Have you seen my Instagram? Have you seen the comments on there? People are viscerally angry at this story. If you're just tuning in and you haven't heard the story, yesterday on the show, we revealed that a friend of mine had a package pilfered from their front porch. We're talking about Porch Pirates here, folks. And they gave me the Ring video. They also called the police. So TPD was called. I'm guessing they turned the video over to TPD. But let me tell you what's happened here is I got some emails from people that said that they were also a victim of a porch pirate the exact same day. And one of the emailers said that, hey, MJ, we're in Soho, and the exact thing happened.
Yeah, not
exact
too far
same
away.
thing happened. Hey, go ahead and say something, guys. I meant to pull the email up. I'll do it right now.
All right, so I'm looking at the video right now, and if you haven't seen the video, go to MJ's Instagram, which is what? Certified MJ Radio.
Yep.
And there's this woman who looks like a hot mess.
Oh, but she has pretty cool hot hair.
I just found it.
Okay. And she's walking up to the front door, and she ends up stealing MJ's friend's package, which was like $200 worth of makeup products from Sephora.
Exactly. So they had a package. It was like a UPS delivery from Sephora, $200 in cosmetics. It was for my friend's wife. And the Porch Pirate, I don't know whether they saw the truck in the neighborhood and just followed behind and then ripped off houses. But there's full video of the Porch Pirate walking up, captured by the Ring doorbell cam. If you haven't seen it, go to my Certified MJ. There are two ways to see it. You can go to mjmorningshow.com, and it's one of the big items. You can go to mjmorningshow.com and see the video and the stills, or you can go to my Instagram, which is Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio on Instagram, and take a look. Also, read the comments. There are dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of comments. People are angry. The gall, the nerve, this POS. I mean, how sickening. This is disgusting. Hanger. And it's a woman with red hair, long red hair, like bushy, thick, like it's kind of like, when I see this woman, you know what she reminds me of? She reminds me of kind of that dirty character in... What are you laughing at?
Well, dirty characters in what?
In Orange is the New Black.
Oh.
What is her name? You know what I'm talking about? It was the girl that was kind of, she had like very like matted hair. You know what I'm talking about? She was a white chick. She always appeared to be just kind of dirty.
Well, now she's out and she's stealing from porches and
that's
Hyde Park.
just what the woman reminds me of. Anyway, the video, the still shots, and then Julian, my son, I sent him the MP4 video, and he put it in his Adobe, and then he grabbed some still shots and blew them up a little bit. So we have the video and the stills of this Porch Pirate. But here's the deal. First of all, if anyone's listening, and if you saw it, if you have any idea who it is, folks, listen. Go to mjmorningshow.com. look at the video. Just, hey, Andrew, what is the headline that folks are looking for on mjmorningshow.com? What headline are they looking for, just to make it easy? Because we put this tile up on yesterday's program. So, what is it?
I don't remember. I'm looking it up right now.
Okay. All right. So if you go to my Instagram, go to Certified MJ Radio, and it's a couple of posts back. There are two separate ones, the still shots and then the video. So go to Certified MJ Radio on my Instagram. Give me a follow. Follow me while you're there. But take a look. We got to find this porch pirate that's working South Tampa, but they're probably going to other areas as well.
It's titled Video, MJ's South Tampa Neighbor Robbed by Porch Pirate.
There you go. Hold on, say it again.
It
Video.
says video, and then a little colon.
MJ's South Tampa Neighbor
No, it's
robbed
not.
by Porch Pirate.
It's not my neighbor. It's a
MJ's
friend. Yeah. MJ's South Tampa friend. It's not my neighbor. All right. So take a look at the video and call us if anyone has any idea who this is. 800-990-1047. Or send me an email to mj@mjmorningshow.com. MJ, and you can even see the car. It appears to be like a 10-year-old Honda Civic.
And this is such an obvious car. It has a bike rack on the back.
Yeah, it's like they're obscuring the back license plate with a bike rack. All right. mj@mjmorningshow.com. Go ahead and send me an email if somebody knows who this is, who this scoundrel, this piece of human debris is, ripping off packages.
I can't believe she wasn't discovered yesterday.
Listen, maybe out of town. Maybe these are out-of-towners that are just rolling, and maybe they drove in from across the state. Who knows?
Gypsies.
Maybe they're gypsies from out of from a whole different place.
I'll tell you right now, we find out who this is. I am taking the law into my own hands, and I'm going with the Antonio Brown bullhorn, and I'm going to stand outside of her trailer while she's wearing $200 worth of Sephora, and I'm going to let her know that the swift hand of MJ Morning Show justice is about to come down upon her.
You want the Antonio Brown bullhorn? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I'll need to borrow it when we find out who she is and where she lives.
Here's the other email that I got. I got a bunch of email, but let me share this one. Hey, MJ. She stole from us, too.
Get out.
Yep. Listen to this. This came from Christy. Christy, thanks for the email. Hey, MJ, she stole from us, too. We live in the Soho Hyde Park area. Attaching video. They attached the video as well. My son owns a Christmas light business. He had a package of Red Ribbon $100 plus stolen from the Porch. The problem is he needed it to complete a project and now can't find a replacement. This kid is working 18-hour days, and this is the last thing he needed. I would love to know that she's caught. From Christy. And then Christy, I meant to contact Christy because she attached cfnetwork.mov, and I can't open up the file.
Okay.
So I got to get a hold of Christy. But she's saying it's the same woman. So as we speculated, that these porch pirates were working South Tampa on, what was this? This was on, Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday. It was Tuesday at 3:54 p.m. It's the timestamp on the Ring doorbell where my friend got ripped off of a $200 box of cosmetics from Sephora, which was delivered to the front porch by UPS.
I have to say, this is exactly what Chief Burkhaw needs right now. A distraction. He needs to make a major bust and pop open a porch pirate ring right before the holidays.
You know, the old chief that just resigned?
Yes.
The old chief, Mary O'Connor, she did call my friend about the package theft, and you know what she said?
What'd she say?
Hold on, I got to turn the people's. I got to turn the people's.
What'd you say to your friend?
Yeah, we only have one pot for sound effects here, so maybe in the new studio I can get two. The now resigned chief said to my friend about the package being stolen.
Is your camera on?
Yes.
Thankfully. That was the first question she asked everybody who filed a porch pirate complaint.
Is your camera on?
And then,
yes, it is.
Okay, and then after they would apprehend A Porch pirate?
Right.
You know what the Porch pirate
I'm
was
hoping that you'll just let us go tonight.
Very good.
I'm hoping that you'll just let us go tonight.
There you go.
And if Chief Burkhaw gets involved, he could say, I'm the police chief in Tampa.
Hey, anybody else? Did you get hit by these porch pirates? Anyone else have a package ripped off on Tuesday or in like the recent couple of days? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. It is blatant. And this, people are having a visceral reaction. They're angry. It's just you're violated. Again, the video of the woman, the porch pirate, with the Honda Civic waiting out in the street, her getaway car with the wheelman. The video is up at mjmorningshow.com. Or go to my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. So I wish we had an update, but I have people that are saying they were hit by the same exact one. So there you have it. And I got to get a hold of Christy. So was it Christy?
Yeah, we got to get a hold of her video.
I need her video, and I meant to do it last night, but I was coughing up blood and I had to take a nap. So, no, I'm kidding. I forgot to reach out to her to say, hey, can you send me the video again? I can't download it. I can't get it. So, all right, moving along. And if anyone recognizes this person, call us. Email me, mj@mjmorningshow.com. Somebody knows who this scoundrel is. mj@mjmorningshow.com or call us 800-990-1047. And listen, I hope you're not a victim of a porch pirate. Oh, wow. Is this just breaking?
Yeah, we just kind of stumbled on it in the last couple of seconds. We're seeing it pop up everywhere.
Hold on a sec. We've got breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Is Fester Dolt standing by at NBC News headquarters?
Yes.
All right, 3, 2. This is an NBC News special report. Now from New York, it's Fester Dolt.
Live from the news center, we have breaking news from those sons of bitches over in Russia.
Here's the deal, folks.
Apparently, WNBA star Brittany Greiner.
Listen, I can't understand you with that voice.
What? Those sons of bitches over in Russia? Apparently, Brittany Greiner, she's been released from Russian custody. Apparently, there's been like a prisoner swap.
Yeah, you know what?
Really?
Let me dig into this. But they wanted an arms dealer that's been in U.S. prison, and also they wanted some murderer that was being held in a German prison. Let me read this. This is brand new.
It's like a bridge too far.
They also wanted Yakov Smirnoff out of
No,
Branson.
you can't take Yakov.
Tom Hanks brokered it on a Hungarian bridge.
I love that movie. I love that movie.
All right.
All right, here's the deal. Folks, this is just breaking this morning. WNBA star Brittany Greiner released from Russian custody in a high-profile prisoner swap between U.S. and Moscow. Dateline, Washington. WNBA star Brittany Greiner is free Thursday after the Biden administration negotiated her release from a Russian penal colony. I got to be honest, I don't think she wants much to do with the penal colony, but that's a whole different story. In exchange for an arms dealer. Okay, so that's the arms dealer. So maybe it was just the arms guy. President Joe Biden signed off on the trade, which took place in the United Arab Emirates, even though it meant leaving behind Paul. Oh, no. Paul Whelan is still there?
Hold on.
Paul Whelan is an American corporate security executive. He remains jailed in Russia. Why the hell couldn't they get Whelan in on the deal as well?
See? Tom Hanks would have done it.
The move marks one of the most high-profile prisoner swaps between Moscow and Washington since the Cold War with the Kremlin, seeing the return of Viktor Bout, who Russian President Vladimir Putin has been wanting to get back, who had served 11 years of a 25-year sentence in the United States. Greiner's return to the United States will cap a months-long saga that began in February when she was detained at Moscow's Sheremetyevo, airport, after Russian authorities said they found a vape canister or vape canisters with cannabis oil in her luggage, and she was later jailed on drug charges. 32-year-old Phoenix Mercury player was the subject of prolonged and often public negotiations between the two countries. She's out. So Brittany Greiner has been freed. That's a big story today.
That's huge.
How do they not get the other guy?
Whelan is serving a 16-year prison sentence after being accused of spying, which the U.S. has denied. People familiar with the negotiations for his release say the Russians refused to release Whelan without getting a Russian spy in return. The U.S. insists it does not have any Russian spies in custody. So how the hell are we going to give him a Russian spy? We don't have him in custody. Greiner's release marks a stunning turn of events from last month when she began serving a 9-year sentence at a Russian penal colony more than 200 miles east of Moscow. During her trial, Greiner pleaded guilty but said that she had no criminal intent. First of all, if you're traveling with anything that's cannabis, anything that is drug-related, anything that could be a red flag, not a smart thing to do. You're pretty stupid if you're in a country like Russia and you're traveling with something that is illegal. What is that? Know before you go?
You know,
Right.
I mean, the other side of that is we send basketball players there for Russian entertainment, and they do this to her?
Yeah, well, guess what? That's going to screw that over. Well, not that also the war in Ukraine and the fact that Vladimir Putin is a murderous bastard.
You know what was a good movie to watch? It was in 1999, Broke Down Palace. That'll deter you from smuggling drugs.
What was that? I never saw that.
Oh, it was creepy.
What is Broke Down Palace?
Yeah, Claire Danes and Kate Beckinsale was in it too, and they were traveling and they smuggled drugs for somebody, and they ended up in I think it was a Thai prison.
Oh, jeez.
It's a good deterrent.
I'd say. All right, so breaking news, folks. Brittany Greiner is out. So where is she now? Is she in the United? Have they already taken her out of Russia and she's in the UAE?
I don't know where she is this second, but she's not in Russian custody any longer.
Wow, this is big news. And she's a big girl.
Well,
what is she, like 6'6" or something? 6'7"?
She's tall.
Yeah,
How strong is she going to? More strong
I'm
after
sorry.
all that working out.
She's 6'9".
Yeah, she's a tall woman.
Yeah, and let this be a little lesson to folks. Yeah, don't travel with anything that is potentially suspect. And she had what'd she have? Cannabis oil.
Yeah, just buy it when you get there.
Yeah. Was it like in a vape pen or something? Like a cartridge?
Now, how about you don't do? How about you don't do anything that's illegal or whatever?
Right.
I'm not sure you're going to find any of that in Russia.
Yeah, it was a vape car. I'm sure there are plenty of
there.
illicit drugs. There's illicit drugs everywhere.
We've got vape pens for you. Is that how they sound?
No.
Okay.
It's not. All right, so this is going to dominate the news today.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage played the arms dealer that was traded.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Victor Bout? What movie was that?
Lord of War.
Another one of those fine Nicolas Cage. I like Nicolas Cage, but man, he's done some dumpy movies.
Can I recommend a good Nicolas Cage movie?
Sure.
Joe. Watch it.
Never seen it.
It's great.
Can I ask you a question about
Are you
movies?
leading us astray?
MJ, I've sent you the trailer before. I think you'd like it.
I don't recall.
I
Yes,
have a question
Fester.
for you
Yeah.
about movies.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch a movie called The Contractor?
Sounds familiar.
Why?
Okay.
What? Speak.
Jesus. Well, you know why. I saw it.
No, I didn't see that.
You didn't see it?
No. It's a 2022 American action thriller. No, I have not seen this movie.
Are we just rattling off random movies that we've seen?
I'm asking. I don't think.
Dude, are you having a stroke? What are you saying? What are you saying?
All right.
Talk about it.
MJ doesn't want me talking about this, but I'm going to talk about it.
Uh-oh.
He asked me for my Paramount Plus login so he could watch a movie.
Oh!
And I gave it to him.
All right.
And everybody knows that I boost my Paramount Plus from Kyle, the listener in Texas. And I give MJ the password. And then I log in to watch Big Brother Canada, which is awesome. And it showed the movie The Contractor. And it showed that it played like 90% of the way through. And I'm like,
not us.
Okay.
Because we did not. Michelle had an old movie. There was a 1960s movie that we were trying to watch, and we couldn't. It was supposed to be on Paramount Plus. I don't subscribe to Paramount Plus. It was a 1960s movie. I know that Fester has a Paramount Plus password and login.
Yeah, from a listener.
From Kyle.
From Kyle, the listener in Texas.
legal.
And I said, listen, I don't typically do this.
You criminal.
But we didn't use it. We logged in, and the movie was supposed to be on Paramount Plus, and it wasn't on Paramount Plus.
What's the statute of limitations on this?
Well, I have I don't know if I hit it. I don't know if Kyle accidentally watched it, or I don't know if one of the kids watched it at your house.
Wasn't us.
Okay.
No, we searched for it, and it was not available, and I logged right out. I got out of the thing, and I have.
Hello?
Hey, Michelle, what was that movie, the 1960s movie that we were trying to watch a couple of weeks ago, and it's like not available anywhere, and we got to order the DVD?
Oh, I forgot.
And remember I logged into Fester's Paramount Plus, a bootleg account?
Yeah.
You can't remember?
It's a Quentin Tarantino must-watch.
Yeah, it was on Quentin Tarantino's must-watch list. This is like one of his favorite movies, like an inspirational movie for him out of the 1960s. Yeah. And remember, you said, it says online that it's on Paramount Plus, and I go through the rigmarole. I get Fester's password, which is something that I'm like vehemently opposed to doing. I don't want to steal anyone's content, without paying. And I'm like, oh, geez, we can't find this thing anywhere. All right, I don't need Paramount Plus right now. I'm probably a couple of years away from watching Yellowstone anyway because we have so much crap in the hopper. And then we get on Paramount Plus, and it's like it's not even on there. So I logged off. I haven't used anything.
You're gonna watch Yellowstone?
No,
not anytime soon.
No, Michelle, we are gonna watch Yellowstone, but not anytime soon.
Oh.
Are you on the Quentin Tarantino must watch?
I mean, I just typed it into Google.
No, that's not it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll figure out what the movie is. Hey, Michelle, if you can find it, just text it to me, okay?
Hey, but listen, guys, I want you to know.
Hey, are you sleeping?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
MJ.
Would you like to go back to sleep?
But I thought you didn't like Westerns.
I'm not a Western fan.
You guys could watch stuff separately, you know.
Okay, so
I can't. No.
You know what?
Every time I say that, he says, "No, I'll watch that with you." Just
God, what a weenie! Watch something yourself.
This is sort of like let me address this.
It's weird.
A married couple watching things separately. To me, it's kind of like sleeping in different bedrooms.
Oh, what are you, dumb? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
People have different tastes. Kim doesn't want to watch the history of the WWE with me.
That's awesome. I do.
But Michelle and I have very similar like interests. And typically, almost, I'd say 99% of the time, maybe even more, Michelle and I are in agreement as to what to watch.
Like, I do want to watch the Meghan and that new documentary with...
Meghan Harry documentary?
I'll watch that with Kim.
Yeah, that just came out, right? Then it just hit?
But she doesn't want to watch The Hateful Eight. Like, she won't watch that one.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Guys, I have big news for MJ and Michelle.
What's that?
Kyle would like to welcome you to open up your own account on his Paramount Plus.
What?
Wow.
He has a family account, and he has an available slot. Just saying.
Did he just text you?
No, he and I we talked because you asked me for the login, and I didn't have it on me, and I had to go to him, and he's like, "Well, did you lose it?" I was like, "No, I gotta tell you, it's for MJ." Now, he's like, "Tell him to open up his own account."
Sounds illegal.
All right, Michelle, I'll let you go back to sleep. All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Good night. Ugh.
Bye, Michelle. You know what we need to do as a group?
What do we need to do as a group, Roxanne?
I always think of these shows.
Why have you been so quiet for the last half hour?
Because I have a texter who's harassing me.
Whoa. I just realized that you haven't spoken for half an hour.
I know. I'm actually...
What are you doing?
I'm doing an investigation of somebody who's texting me right now.
Hold on. What is a texter doing to harass you?
I cannot repeat these words on the air.
Is it the guy you showed me? The first one?
Oh, my God.
Listen, can you just tell
him?
I
Show him the
cannot
text.
say any of this.
Can I come over there and look?
Yeah,
All right, hang on a second. Hang on.
Hold on.
I'm taking my headphones off. I got to walk around to Roxanne's place. Hold on.
It's very, very naughty.
Come on.
This is not naughty. He's going to get in trouble.
Bring your headphones if you want. Use my mic.
Okay. So that's
All right,
what.
hold
this
on
is
a
the
sec.
first. Right there.
Okay. OMFG, Roxanne, you look so amazing in that top. Please let's see them.
Okay.
All right, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
OMG, I want to blank. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Look what I just...
I played the shocking horror sound effect.
Hang on, I'm coming back over. Hang on, Froggy. No, do not push that button. No, Froggy, stop. All right, Roxanne,
Can you
hold on.
call this person on air?
Hold on a minute.
I have his number.
Yeah, we have the number. If you text in.
Yeah, why don't you call him?
I think that's a joke, right? Isn't that a joke?
I mean, it's pretty assertive.
No, that is not assertive.
No,
that is sexually explicit, and that is inappropriate.
It's aggressive.
What this texter is saying is absolutely inappropriate. Listen, you can text us anytime. We get from 99.9% of our listeners, we get great texts and phone calls. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047.
Can't we block this guy or something? Or can't you just write, hey, listen.
Oh, no. I've already called my private investigator, and I have him doing it.
Oh, my gosh.
Hold on. You've got a PI?
She does.
I do.
Ready to go, Rox. Your private dick is here.
Roxanne Private Dick Agency.
Wait a minute, you have a like Magnum PI?
She wishes.
Does he drive a red Ferrari?
No.
He's in the parking lot. He just got here.
Just got here.
He's doing 360.
Actually, he drives the red Kia, but he's here.
That's great. And I saw the first one.
It's disgusting.
What is the area code? Is it a local number?
813.
What is and what are the next three digits?
945.
All right, and the next
813-945. And when was the last text this vile texter
then
sent?
I texted him back.
And what did you
said? You have my age wrong.
Why are you engaging with this person?
I said I don't mess around with threats of being raped. And I will have my private investigator look you up and file an injunction. You may end up regretting sending that.
Oh my God! All right, should we call this individual and say, what are you doing?
I think we should call this individual.
You know, it might be a burner phone that's untraceable.
It might be, but I think we should still make an attempt to reach out to the number that we have for him and say, hey, listen.
I write it down quickly.
We
Roxanne, write
listening.
All right, we're going to do, and I'm going to be MJ private investigator. Now it's time for another episode. Hold on a minute. I got music for this. Hold on a minute. Let me get my music here. And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for MJPI.
All the texters are asking for me to give his number out.
I know.
Oh, my God. That is a vile text that he sent you and what he wants to do.
It is.
All right, hang on. All right, we're dialing up this. All right, Fester, go ahead and pick up the phone.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
Oh no, they're spoofing. Oh, they're they're spoofing. So
well, you could do that pretty easily.
Hey, guess what? This sicko is listening right now.
Oh yeah,
and they're like, they can't find me. They're spoofing a phony number.
Wow.
Let me try it's an 813-94. Let me.
Roxanne, you do not deserve that treatment.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
No, it's not okay.
We'll figure out who this guy is.
Right. First of all, it's not okay.
I don't mess around with this.
Hang on a minute.
Although we have this guy doesn't know who he's messing with.
We have Roxanne Private Dick.
All right,
we have MJ Public Dick.
Hey, pick up the phone. Pick up line 1.
I'm sorry.
Pick up hot 1. All right. I hit a 1 before the 813. So.
Ooh,
It said hang up and try your call again.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're spoofing. They're sending a phony cell number to our text line. Yes. Why'd you go? Ooh. Are they listening?
Did I say that?
What? Are they listening and texting? Have they responded?
Yeah, they responded.
Since we're talking about
Not
this?
since we're talking.
All right.
Why don't you text us now, chump?
Yeah.
Why don't you show your face, you coward?
Yeah, coward, chump.
Roxanne, I'm sorry you have to go through that vile language.
It's disgusting.
You choward.
That's awful. All right.
Choward is
I want to know if this is real.
Yes.
I want to know if did you, and I don't do many foreign stories. It's got to be a crazy, creepy foreign story in order to get me to do a foreign story. There's just too much crap that happens here. Family exhumes dead grandmother after 10 years, and they're standing her up.
Really?
They dug up grandma to see what she looks like 10 years later.
Wait, that's the reason?
Just to see? They're sitting around
A family in the Dominican Republic exhumed their grandmother nearly a decade after her burial, only to find the corpse perfectly preserved.
Wow.
when Margarita Rosario was dug up at the La Colonia Cemetery in Jarabacoa in the DR. She was found to still have a full head of hair, some skin, and enough bones to be able to stand her up with little support. What is this? This is sick. Wow. A video show. Fester, Andrew, is this posted on our website?
Very confused.
All right, is it on videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show? Is that where it is right now?
Yes.
All right, go to our website. Fester, go to our website.
Okay.
Go to mjmorningshow.com, click on videos mentioned, and there is video. The family videoed the dug-up grandma after 10 years in the ground, and they're standing her up. They're like positioning her like she's like a corpse action figure. I mean, this is insane. It looks like I'm watching a Mattel action figure commercial from 1979 with a human corpse. And why don't you dig up Granny and bring her on over there, Ferris Bueller? All right, so a video shot outside the graveyard shows a man holding the corpse up while a woman dresses her in a white gown. A small group crowded to watch the aftermath of the exhumation, some of whom captured the scene on video. Local residents also expressed shock
at how good she looked,
over how well Rosario had been preserved.
Yeah, not shock over them doing it.
She was a good person in life. That's why she's still preserved, offered one. Is this? I have no idea what they're saying. But look at this. Frog, you might want to drag your microphone over. Yeah, your facial expressions don't work on radio.
Oh, she's wearing a muumuu. That held up nicely.
They're getting her dressed.
This is new. They're putting like a new white muumuu on her. I mean, can you believe this?
Where's her arm?
You know, so some people want to be cremated and they don't want to be buried because they don't want to like deteriorate and decompose and look
have
gross.
Worms and everything.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
but she's actually a good advertisement for going that route.
Okay, no, she looks awful, but she doesn't look that bad.
No,
Grandma looks kind of hot.
Listen, it's like something out of Poltergeist that popped out of the ground where the swimming pool was dug. All right, let's be honest. But she's still intact, and they're standing her up. That's got to be illegal. Where are the Dominican Republic authorities?
Oh, wow. I'm going to have nightmares from that. She looked like a complete zombie.
I mean, is that not crazy? Are you kidding me?
Are you sure that's real?
That's why I said, the first thing I said,
I don't know.
Is this real? Or are these a bunch of poor Dominicans that figured out a way to try to get 16 cents for every 1,000 hits on YouTube? You know?
Oh, it's going to be great.
I don't know. That is nuts.
If it's true.
All right, folks, take a look at Grandma. They dug up Grandma after 10 years in the ground. The video is up at mjmorningshow.com. mjmorningshow.com. Then click on videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. Something else. We got a very busy website today. Our website is jammed. I don't understand this. I saw this. And then Andrew, our producer, also saw this, and I couldn't believe it. There is a home for sale in Ferndale, Michigan. In the pictures for the home, in what looks like the kitchen area, there's a center island. There are 2 urinals built into the center island in the kitchen.
Oh my God, it's the best design I've ever seen in my life.
It's awesome.
I would love to have a urinal.
What? All right, Fester, you gotta take a look at go to mjmorningshow.com and click on stories mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. Right there. So top of the page, go to mjmorningshow.com, stories mentioned. It'll bring up the Zillow listing, $165,000, 3-bedroom, 1-bath at 3050 Burdette Street, Ferndale, Michigan, 48220. And Fester, what is that?
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
There are 2 urinals
Ew.
in a center island area.
What?
Yeah, exactly. What?
What are
The pictures look nice until this one.
Well, there's the living room. There's the first bedroom. And then, oh, look. 2, and one of the, is that like it looks like the kitchen. There's a microwave over there.
It's opposite the sink.
There are 2 sinks. This go back, dude. Go back.
On.
Why are you changing it?
Because it's a Zillow thing.
Right.
I'm snapping through the pictures.
All right, stop. So you have two sinks: the dishwasher cabinets, the kitchen sink, microwave oven, and then there's a center island with another like a vegetable prep sink or like a bar sink. And there are two freaking urinals, white urinals, that are attached to the center island bar.
All right, so
one of them even has a step stool, like for a kid
or midget,
or a midget,
little person.
I mean, MJ, look at the top of this counter or this bar or this island. That's a beer spout. So there's a kegerator in between the two urinals.
Dude, there's going to be pee on the floor there.
This is
my
awesome.
God,
That's disgusting.
Hey,
This could be like a good frat house.
Hey, I was at that famous. There's a famous bar in Mexico. When you go over to Mexico from El Paso, I went to visit one of my affiliates, a station affiliate in El Paso, I don't know, 10 years ago. And they took me across the Freedom Bridge into Ciudad Juarez. You know, that's also somewhat of a dangerous place.
Yeah, it's not such a safe place anymore.
Open up a window. So we walked across that international, for the Freedom Bridge or whatever. So I walked from Texas into Mexico. We walked down that main street.
The Kentucky Bar and Grill?
Exactly. We walked into the famous, I had a drink there. I had a drink, I had some whiskey in the world famous Kentucky Bar and Grill. And it's in Juarez. It's at 629 Centro, Juarez, Mexico, in Ciudad Juarez, in Chihuahua region.
The state of Chihuahua.
And we walked, it's a famous bar. It's the famous Kentucky Bar and Grill. And at their bar, they've got a pee trough in the ground. Seriously. They don't use it anymore. This was like back in the like early 1900s. And they used to have people standing at the bar drinking all night. You just peed into the trough, which was on the floor while you're standing at the bar. It's still there. They don't use it anymore, but it's still there.
I have no issue with that.
It's not used.
Yeah, I was right in that place. I was right in the dude. Look, I was right. I stood right there.
There's a little sign that says at this spot stood MJ.
No, it doesn't. But I'm telling, they've got the pee. Hey, Fessa, go back to Google and type in Kentucky Bar Juarez pee trough. But hey, back to the Zillow thing. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Folks, go to our website. Go to mjmorningshow.com. Go to mjmorningshow.com. Click on stories mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. The first thing is the Zillow. Click on it. Look at all the Zillow photos, and then you'll see the urinals. 2 urinals attached to a center island bar in a kitchen in this house for sale on Zillow in Michigan. It is crazy. Now, Fester, I don't need the pictures of the pee trough. Just bring up.
I'm looking.
Yeah, why are you on Bing?
It's this new. It's new.
Just go to Google.
It's all a hassle.
Jeez. All right. Anyway, I got to take a break anyway. But that's nuts. Hey, Roxanne, I got to ask you about a fashion trend that's apparently coming back. Now, I've been watching your face.
Uh-huh.
I've been studying your face.
You mean like makeup?
Yes,
okay.
yes. And you are not jumping on this trend unless it's not something you do at work. This might be something you do maybe when you go out on the town and do your bar hopping or whatever you do.
Yeah, I'm always bar hopping.
Yeah. So I've got this is apparently a new makeup trend that's not so new. It's old, but it's new again that it's coming back. So I want to know if this is true. Oh, also, 2 women are suing Apple because of the AirTags. Is this really Apple's fault? We'll explain all that. The most Googled term in 2022. Oh, Fester, yeah, good luck winning the contest to name the flamingo at the airport. That's coming up. Oh, and folks, do you know what jugging is? What is jugging? All right, hold on. We're loaded next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. 105. Hey, folks. MJ here. I got Roxanne over there. I got Fester. I've got Froggy. Andrew, our producer, just brought me up to speed on something. Apparently, he and I missed this. We both saw the Zillow listing for this house in Michigan that has 2 urinals built into the kitchen island. There's a beer tap, I guess, in the kitchen island.
Right.
And then 2 urinals in the kitchen, because I guess they're consuming a lot of beer there, and it's too much of a hassle to walk down the hall to the bathroom. You can drink your beer in the kitchen and then just butt right up to the, well, maybe not butt up. That'd be something else.
It's super convenient.
Yeah, just walk right up to the urinals and
front up.
Right in the kitchen. Well, apparently we missed the picture of the beer tap in the shower.
Oh my gosh.
These guys are creative.
Hold on, you got to find it.
That's a party.
Keep going.
It's got to be a bachelor.
Hang on a minute. Andrew, is that the picture? All right, where is it?
Is it down here?
Is it?
Yes, that's it.
That's built into the wall, kind of the little notch, the cut in.
Oh, it's a low tap.
Oh there's a beer tap in the shower.
Good for these guys.
So are they like feeding like tubes from a keg?
I don't.
They must. What is this house?
Yeah, dude, can we put a spout for beer in the shower, I guess would be sweet.
Like, who owns that place?
I don't know.
You
Anyway,
can own it for like $150,000.
Yeah, this thing is pretty cheap. It looks like a serial killer house, actually. But if you go to mjmorningshow.com, you can see the Zillow listing. Have you ever seen urinals? You know what? Hold on. Let me see if I can get hold of Andrew Duncan from the Duncan Duel.
I mean, he's seen it all.
Yeah, I don't know if he's seen this, though. I do not know if he's seen this.
If you're drinking a beer and urinating at the same time, isn't the beer just going right through you?
I mean, it's a little bit of a process.
Andrew Duncan, let me dial him up. All right. So I've got a standing invitation that we can call him live anytime.
Okay.
Yeah, so if we have any real estate question, we can call Andrew Duncan live.
You take advantage of that invite.
Yes, I will. Yeah, so obviously Duncan Duo is a sponsor here on the show. Andrew Duncan, MJ Morning Show, calling live.
How's it going, MJ? Are you at Antonio Brown's house right now?
Good guess.
Andrew,
I can sell it for him. We can get him out of here. We can put a sign out there and, get him out of the neighborhood so he doesn't have anyone coming by anymore.
There you go. So I guess you heard the
Antonio Brown.
Antonio
Brown. This is the MJ Morning Show. Please come out.
Now,
gift card, baby.
What did you say, Andrew?
I said the PDQ gift card. I can't believe it didn't get him out of the house.
Yeah, the PDQ folks love that. He's still inside. There's been no update. There's been nothing.
Wow.
He is still in the house. TPD, they're like watching the place. He is still inside the house. Antonio Brown, he won't come out.
Wow.
I can only hope TPD would leave me alone that much when I have arrest warrants out after me.
I know, right?
Hey,
Maybe
Andrew,
there's a tunnel like El Chapo.
this is not why we're calling you.
Okay.
When you get a chance, you got to go to my website. You got to go to mjmorningshow.com. Click on stories mentioned on the MJ Morning Show at the top scroll. It might be there, or you might have to hit the arrow to move it over. There are boxes that move. Very top of the page, you want to click on stories mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. And right now, the top item is Zillow. There is a home on Zillow in Ferndale, Michigan. 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 972 square feet. It's not a big home. $165,000. In the kitchen, which looks like it was newly remodeled. And Andrew, I want to know if you've ever seen this. In the kitchen, there is a center island with what looks like a prep sink, a bar sink, a vegetable sink, and a tap. So there's a tap for a keg coming out of the granite countertop. But Andrew, there are 2 urinals built into the kitchen island.
What? No, I've never seen that.
Andrew, I just sent you a picture in your texts. But there's two white porcelain urinals, and one of them has like a little step up for children or dwarfs.
You know what they look like? They look like those. They look like those waterless urinals. You know the ones. Yeah,
yes, that's exactly what they look like, and that's hilarious. No, I've never seen that. I've seen it in garages, like little, like cool displays like that in like garages, but in the kitchen, no, I've never seen that. That's crazy.
How do you sell this? Well, I mean, you're taking somebody on a tour through this house. What do you say about the urinals built into the center island?
Man, it saves you some time.
Yeah, efficient.
I mean, this has got to be just like a total bro cave house, you know?
I mean, I could see nudists being interested in that type of property.
Nudists? Why? I mean, it's just saving time.
Every time I go to the bathroom here, same kind of urinals, there's always tinklage on the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna,
yeah.
You're gonna pee in the kitchen where people are preparing food.
Yeah, this is
all the time.
This is not good. This is not good at all.
So directly across from those two urinals are the appliances: the dishwasher, the microwave, the double basin sink.
They don't wash their hands; they go right to grabbing waters.
It's unbelievable. Anyway, see the pictures. It's a Zillow listing. It's up at mjmorningshow.com. Click on stories mentioned. So, folks, we have Andrew Duncan on for a second. Andrew Duncan from the DuncanDuo.com. You know, they'll sell your house guaranteed in 14 days, top dollar. You know the drill. DuncanDuo.com. Andrew, so you've never seen urinals in a kitchen center island.
I've never seen.
What is? Give us some of the weirdest things you have seen in homes that you've either listed or shown.
I would say the probably a consistent one that's always interesting is the people that have the red rooms.
Oh,
You know,
I
with
bet.
the,
Yeah.
Hold on. What?
God, like a
Sex room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a sex room with whips and a
believe it or not, that's more common than you think.
and a
Oh, yeah, it is.
swing, maybe a big swing.
Yeah, swings, chains,
Well,
pedestals.
Andrew, there's a television show where a woman helps really, people who want to build one of those types of rooms in their home design it.
She builds sex rooms?
Yeah, she'll build a sex room.
We talked about that a couple of months ago. We did a segment on that.
It's interesting when I'm trying, for the life of me, I can't remember the name of the movies, but I remember the main character, the Christian Grey guy.
50 Shades of Grey.
That's right. Yeah. So after that, it became an even more consistent phenomenon. It
launched it.
Seems to be more common. So I wouldn't say, I would say a decade ago, I thought it would be kind of more obscure. You wouldn't see it, but now it's probably a little bit more common now. I would say another thing that we see that's weird, I think just people's stuff in general. They don't realize like their doll collections, in their bedroom and how creepy it looks. That's weird. Panic rooms. People have, where, they have a room that they can go hide that you can't tell is in the house.
And undoubtedly that got hot after Panic Room years ago with Jodie Foster.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, it definitely got hot. It's been a lot more common. Another weird, kind of, I guess, I don't know if you call it weird or not, but people that design houses for like multi-families. So they plan to have like 3 families in the home. And so you have like different kitchens in weird areas. They're trying to, put more people in a house.
Here's our kitchen and the master bedroom closet.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. So there's some of that that's really awkward because it's sellable to somebody that really needs that, but it's not sellable to anyone else. And then in addition, things that people didn't design. We've walked in on everything. We've seen people that, we've seen meth labs. Wait,
hold on a minute. You've walked into a home for sale and they got like beakers and flames and they got a meth lab set up.
Yeah, we had a house that got foreclosed on by a bank, and they called us to market it, and we went out, and it was a full on. You could say it was a meth lab house. Wow. And then we've seen people like out in the country that have, this was before weed was much more acceptable and, closer to being legal. But people that had large parcels out in the country, and you get there and they're growing a bunch of weed.
Or like you go to Ed Gein's house and he's got stuff hanging in the garage. He's
Andrew, How about this one? I'm not sure if MJ's the only house that has this, but a moat.
I don't have a moat at my house. I don't have a wooden drawbridge lowered by chains. Hey, Andrew, before we let you roll, are you hearing anything on the demolition of Derek Jeter's old house, when that's going to commence?
Have not heard anything about it recently. There hasn't been any filings on it because, again, if there would have been something, it would have hit the news like instantly.
Gotcha.
Hey, Andrew, if I just had, could design my dream house, I would do like a room that's just dedicated to giving massages and facials and spa stuff.
Yeah, that's the red room.
No, that's kinky. This is relaxation and spa style.
The pink room.
Yeah. Do you ever see any of that? And then the Polynesian style. That's like is that a new trend? Like
there have been plenty of homes that we've seen that have, kind of the built-in spa type setup. You see indoor saunas on the regular now.
Yeah.
So that is definitely something.
What do you get your own chair like that rig that they have at the nail salon? What do you?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Hey, Andrew, great to have you on again, buddy.
Hey, guys. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. So Andrew Duncan has seen a jillion houses, has never seen. By the way, Andrew Duncan Duo, sell your home 14 days or less, top dollar. DuncanDuo.com. He's never seen urinals in a kitchen in the Center Island. That's insane. If you want to see it, go to mjmorningshow.com, click on stories mentioned on the show, and look for the Zillow story. Click on it and see the whole deal.
Our listeners are the best because Andrew pointed out the tap in the shower.
Yep.
A listener just sent me to my personal number a text. Look at the tap above the commode.
Oh my God! In the red and black bathroom, there's a tap above the toilet.
Everywhere you go, you can get beer.
God!
Oh, that must be the thing.
What is this? Hey, Fester, he was bringing up 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
You were about to say 40 Shades of Grey.
Oh, I remember
Fester, that movie, that book,
40, 30.
40, 36 Shades of Grey.
I knew it was a round number.
22, 23 Shades of Grey, whatever it takes.
59 and a half.
I knew it was divisible by 10.
Yeah.
There's no way there's that many shades of gray. Come on.
Speaking of shades, Roxanne.
I'm talking to my niece right now.
Okay.
About what?
She's watching me. She's watching me on MJTV, so I'm mouthing stuff to her. If you caught me doing that and thought it was weird, I just asked Andrew to put the camera on me, and I'm saying hi to her.
Oh my God! Everybody thinks you're going crazy.
I know. That's why I realized I needed to explain that she's not the only one who watches.
How old?
Bria's 3, and so Ange is like, "Can you say hi to Bria on the
camera?"
No,
you're entertaining a 3-year-old on MJTV.
That 1,000 people watch, and they're like, "What the hell is she doing?"
Is Roxanne having a twitch or something?
Hi, Bria.
People are calling us with medical emergencies for Roxanne's odd behavior.
You can watch the entire show on MJTV. Just go to mjmorningshow.com, click on MJTV at the very top, and from 6 a.m. all the way to the end of the show, close to 10 a.m. every day, this show is live streaming. Cameras on all of us in the studio. Watch the radio show on TV, MJTV at mjmorningshow.com. And it's not just the live stream. You can watch today's show later on. So everything is archived. You can watch today's show tonight. You can watch today's show or yesterday's show or archive shows anytime you want. Just go to mjmorningshow.com, click on MJTV. All right. Roxanne, this is really directed toward you to see if you're participating apparently in this revival, in this trend. Do you know what makeup trend, which was very popular in the 1980s, is now coming back?
Oh, in the 80s?
Yeah, makeup trend, 1980s, coming back.
I've been doing like cat eye for a little bit, and there are variations of that. And I just read an article the other day about cat eye is a particular kind of cat eye is in now. So I know about that, but I don't know that was 80s related.
Nope. No, you're in the right.
Frosted lipstick?
Nope, you're in the right area, though. Hold on.
With eyes?
You're in the right area with the eyes, but it's not cat eyes.
Heavy eyeliner?
Nope.
Smoky eyeliner? That's not 80s. That's more.
How about big eyelashes?
You know what? I have seen some tarantula eyelashes that are. I've seen eyelashes that extend like 3 feet off their face.
Oh, it's so hot.
Some of the craziest crap I've ever seen.
Some people. Here's the thing with eyelashes. I'll explain it to you. Some people want that look. Some people want the really long, I'm going to a nightclub look.
Okay, it's one thing to have long eyelashes, long, healthy eyelashes. It's another thing to have like pterodactyl fingers sticking out of your...
Yeah, like curling out.
We're getting off track
No,
here.
I want to explain this.
What is the makeup trend? It's not cat eyes. It's not the long eyelashes. What is the 80s makeup trend that is coming back?
All I can think about from the 80s is like frosty lipstick.
Gen Z is doing it.
I think of like
my
layered clothes. I'm trying to picture like what they wore in Can't Buy Me Love and how they did their makeup.
Oh, I know. Vanilla Ice style. You put a couple of shaves in your eyebrow.
Oh, that's probably it.
Nope.
Damn it.
I'm calling Chloe. Hello?
Hello?
Chloe?
Yes?
This is your dad speaking live on the radio.
Hi.
Good morning. Where are you?
Hi.
Outside.
Why are you outside?
I'm playing with the dogs.
Okay, all right, fine. I didn't know you were going to be awake. That's great. All right, Chloe, you're Generation Z. You were born in 2001. You're a Gen Z-er. There is a 1980s makeup trend that is coming back. And a lot of the influencers, I guess, Kendall Jenner, Tay-Tay, Hailey Bieber, folks on the HBO series Euphoria, White Lotus, they're doing this. Chloe, what makeup trend from the 1980s is coming back? And I'll give you a little hint. It's centering around the eyes. Women are doing this. It's 1980s coming back. It's something with the eyes. And I want to know if you're doing it and if you know what it is.
I have absolutely no idea because I do not understand makeup at all. So I don't know.
Neither do I. Get it.
Eyes.
I see you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Absolutely not.
Well, either does Roxanne, so I'm just going to...
I think I have an idea.
What is it?
I think, and I did not Google it.
Okay.
What?
Bright eyeshadow. Colorful eyeshadow.
You talking neons?
You are right in the zone there, but there's like a particular color.
Purple or blue?
Yeah, blue. There it is. There it is.
Okay, blue. Oh, all the textures are hitting me with blue eyeshadow.
There you go. So
I didn't see that.
The textures, no. Chloe, is this a thing among your college crowd? Have you seen blue eyeshadow coming back?
I have not yet.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess you're just a square, man. You're on the outside looking in.
Like the lady from the Drew Carey show? Like,
oh, that's
yeah,
right. Remember her?
That awful blue.
She looked like a clown. Remember that? Mimi, was that it?
Was that her name? I don't
remember. I don't know why I thought
All
of her.
right, Chloe, go finish playing with the dogs. Oh, Chloe.
What?
Why the what? I mean,
Chloe, because you know what? I'll deal with this tomorrow morning. All right.
How about a hint?
I don't have time to get. I'm aggravated at something, and I gotta talk to Chloe.
Chloe sounds aggravated with you.
Chloe, we'll deal with this tomorrow morning. Okay.
You just keep prolonging it. Okay.
All right. Tomorrow morning, I gotta get you back on. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe you'll come into the studio tomorrow morning. Maybe we'll have this discussion live on the air.
Okay.
All right. Goodbye, Chloe.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah, she did something.
Sounds like you did something.
No,
does it have to do with money?
She did something.
No, you did something.
No, I didn't. She did something.
You mind your own business.
What are you saying to me?
Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah.
All right. Blue eyeshadow. Apparently, it's got this big resurgence. Blue eyeshadow is back.
I want to see some pictures. I'm trying to remember what it looked like in the 80s.
I've never seen Kendall Jenner or one Hailey Bieber wearing blue eyeshadows.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at Taylor Swift right now.
Liar.
I'm not a liar. This is
I don't have it.
Go away. Type in 80s look is trending again.
80s.
Type in 80s look is trending again, and it's a New York Post article. There it is, top item, and here we go. Look at that.
That's green.
It's blue eyeshadow.
You're colorblind, dude. Get away from me.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You are. That's right. Froggy's colorblind.
I mean, like oranges are brown in your world.
Yeah.
Like, why is there all this crap colored pumpkins everywhere? Because they're orange.
I'll take your word for it.
All those traffic cones on the bridge, they look like piles of poop to
That's
Froggy.
it.
You know, they're because you can't see orange.
How long was I stuck at that brown light today?
Froggy's like, I hit 16 piles of crap on the highway. They were barricades, or cones.
Anyway, so blue eyeshadow is a thing.
Yeah, 80s is back. Like puffy sleeves are back.
It is. It is absolutely.
You know what? My grandmother's 80s look was pencil eyebrows.
Folks, if you're just listening to the show, what? Oh, that's right.
My grandmother used that. I don't know if her eyebrows fell out.
That's the thing. You'll see women, and it's like their eyebrows were stolen. It's like you got to call 911. Because what is that when you see somebody but even
Julia Fox.
But even young women, some young women, I mean all ages, sometimes it's like their eyebrows were stolen. 911, what's your emergency?
Yeah, my eyebrows are gone. I don't know what happened to them. My grandmother, she had like a shaky hand, and she'd use a big black makeup like pencil.
Was it like when Uncle Leo's eyebrows got blown off on Seinfeld? Yeah, you using a black. Didn't Elaine use a black Sharpie to put new eyebrows on Uncle Leo?
Looks so good.
All right, I got to move along here. 2 women. Is this Apple's fault? All right, let me be very clear. I am not part of the cult of Apple. Now, do I have an iPhone? No, I don't. I'm very happy with my Android, my Google Pixel 6 Pro, which is a little over a year old now. I'm very happy. I smashed the screen the other day.
Yeah, day 2 of the new screen.
And my insurance paid off. They fixed it in 42 minutes at You Break, I Fix down here on 4th Street in St. Pete. My insurance, it was a $29 copay or whatever you call it. That was after I smashed my screen to oblivion. And, if you missed the story on yesterday's show or the day before, actually it was yesterday, I think. So if you missed it, if you're dropping your phone and you have a case, just let it drop. Because I've done that many times. I've dropped the phone and it just drops and my phone has been perfect. If I would say I've dropped my phone 30 times in the past year and 3 months since I got this new Pixel 6 Pro. Nothing is broken. I have, what is this, it's made in Korea. It's just, a
phone case.
Parallax.
All right.
It's a good case.
Good.
Nice.
But the issue is I tried to do the mid-air grab, which turned into a swat like I was...
Yeah.
I
like spastic SWAT.
Well, I told the story on the air yesterday that I was losing my phone. It was like I was in slow motion. I was in my kitchen, and my phone is falling out of my hand. So I tried to do the midair grab, and it served as like a force accelerator, and it was like I was playing handball, and I slapped the phone onto the ground at 10 times the velocity that it would have hit. And I've got limestone floors in my kitchen, and this thing just hit and just cracked the whole damn screen. It was just a mess. So the you break, I fix. They fixed the phone. All was great.
Good.
And the point is, I use Android. I don't have an iPhone. I do have an iPad that I use. What else do I have?
So you're a poser.
I have an old what do you call it? The iPod.
Okay.
I still use my old iPod.
Where's
I
all
love
this
it.
going? Are we taking an entire inventory of your
Fester,
electronics?
can you just let him?
Where's it going?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that I'm not part of the cult of Apple.
Okay.
Well, you have an iPad.
But I'm coming to their defense.
You have 2 eyes in your head.
I think they ought to stop having 8-year-old Chinese boys make phones in Japan, though. That's all. That's another story.
First of all, dude, it's 8.5.
All right. So, and I'm coming to Apple's defense here. 2 women sue Apple after their exes apparently used AirTags to track them, to follow them, to stalk them. How is that Apple's fault?
Yeah, what are they?
All right. So the same logic with the gun. Well, the gun didn't shoot you. You know, the person did.
Yeah, but they sue Smith & Wesson. They sue Sig Sauer or Glock or whatever.
So you
they sue
Apple.
Remington.
Apple makes this product, and this is what it's used for.
Can you put one of those on your dog?
Yes, you could put an Apple AirTag on almost anything.
Anything? What do you mean almost anything? You can't put it on anything.
I mean, speaking of phone cases, MJ, I have, I've seen wallets where you have an Apple AirTag that's embedded in the leather.
Yeah.
And, you lose your wallet, you track it, and it tells you exactly where it is.
That's dumb.
This story was reported pretty widely this week. Multiple news agencies are reporting that a class action lawsuit was filed on Monday in U.S. District Court. This was for the Northern District of California. You have two women, one woman from New York, the other woman from Texas. They filed this in the Northern District of California, probably because isn't Apple based in Cupertino, California, Northern California? And they're alleging in their lawsuit, they're suing Apple because they, and for those who have been able to or been tracked, stalked via this dangerous product.
Yeah.
Who have been or who are at risk of being stalked using the dangerous product, and that's the AirTag. How is that Apple's fault? It's to help you find your wallet, your car keys, or put it in a piece of luggage just in case it gets ripped off or something. How is this Apple's fault that the AirTags are used for nefarious reasons by some exes that are stalking the women?
I mean, to that greater extent, so would the tiles, right? Tiles are another tracking device.
Yeah. Well, you can just have someone, you can put your location and let people track you on your phone. If the ex-boyfriend, while they were a boyfriend, got the phone, you can get in there and put that you want to track them.
The woman in Texas has been identified as Lauren Hughes. She alleges in the lawsuit that following her breakup, that she was stalked online and found an AirTag on her car.
Oh, my God.
The woman in New York only identified as Jane Doe, or that would be Jane Doe.
Yes. In official court proceedings. Homer.
She alleges in her suit that after a contentious divorce, she located an AirTag in her child's backpack. She said that she got rid of it, but then found another one shortly thereafter, according to the lawsuit. What the hell? How is this Apple's fault?
Who's putting AirTag in the kid's bag?
The father?
Well, the father wanting to know where the kid is.
That's just, I don't know. I don't like it.
I actually find that surprisingly reasonable.
Apple AirTags launched in 2021. Helps people locate misplaced items like keys, wallet, blah, blah, blah. Uses a Bluetooth signal to connect to nearby devices within Apple's Find My network. On the company's website, Apple says the device is designed to discourage unwanted tracking. If someone else's AirTags finds its way into your stuff, your iPhone will notice it's traveling with you and send you an alert. After a while, if you still haven't found it, the AirTag will start playing a sound to let you know it's there. The women in the lawsuit claim that Apple's safeguards are woefully inadequate and do little, if anything, to properly warn individuals if they're being tracked. I don't think this thing's going anywhere.
Well, listen, if I put an Apple AirTag on
like the midnight train going anywhere. I don't think this is going anywhere.
Well, if I put an Apple AirTag on your car.
Identify that song. What song was that?
Midnight Train.
Come on. Midnight Train going anywhere.
Journey.
Come on. Yes.
Don't Stop Believing.
Yes.
Well worth it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so these women are suing?
Yes, that's what I just said for the last 7 or that's what I said for the last 8 minutes.
I've been looking at my phone while you were talking.
Somebody else
will you start paying attention to the show?
I know.
She
does anything but listen.
I mean, you do nothing but like text.
Not listen.
You're texting on our text lines. You're on your phone. Would you please just listen to the show
She's
that you're
waving to her
that
niece.
you're on? You're on a radio show. Roxanne, listen to the show.
I was doing something that pertains to our topic. I was seeing who I share my location with, because you go into your settings and then you click location and it tells you, and I didn't realize how many people I share my location with.
Whoa.
Anybody can find me.
I think that's a bogus lawsuit. All right, when we get back, the final segment on a Thursday of the MJ Morning Show. If you missed it, first thing this morning, I've launched a new game show and everyone can play along. I had something repaired yesterday, and I guess the question is how long before it goes again. All right, hold on. I'll explain. Also, most surge. The most searched Google term of this year. Fessy, you're not going to win the name thing for the flamingo.
Have they picked a winner already?
Yeah, but
They did?
No.
I entered.
Yeah, they haven't picked a winner yet. I'm just saying that Fester's not going to win. I'm going to tell you why next. And then jugging. And I got a lot of loose ends. Hold on. We're back in a second. It's the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Don't move. If you're... Here. And if you haven't heard the big news earlier today, we had the breaking news fairly quickly, didn't we? As far as Brittany Greiner, the WNBA player that had the vaping cartridges with cannabinoid oil, whatever the hell the story was, being kept in a Russian prison, found guilty, sentenced to like 9 years in a gulag or whatever the hell you call it. She was released. There was a prisoner swap. Some old Russian arms dealer that we've had I guess in prison for like 11 years or so. We swapped that piece of dirt for Brittany Greiner, so she's all right. But I think what really did it was when I called Vladimir Putin a couple of months ago and I said, "Leave Brittany alone!" All right, so Brittany Greiner is out of Russia. So are you videoing me?
Yeah, I'm Instagram living.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay, well... Hey, everybody. How many?
Last time I did this, you tried to compete with me, and then you started Instagram living, and then you're bragging about how many people.
We're not going to get into a whole
followers.
contest this time.
Yeah.
A couple of things. First of all, I'm starting a new contest on the show. First, though, I got to call Max. Max is our engineer, and I just got a very suspicious email that I guess Andrew got it as well. The question is this like legitimately something that broke through, or is the company like testing us?
This company loves to test you with like
with like fake spam. Is that
things that look fake or could be real?
Have they done this? Have they done this in the past?
Yeah, they've tried to catch us.
Hang on a minute.
Ain't gonna catch me
because you don't open your email.
Calling Max, our engineer, and I just want to bring Max up to speed on this email I got, and it's.
We're sorry. You must first dial a 1 or 0 plus the area code when calling.
This Max is a real diva. You got to enter a 1?
Oh, you know what? I called him on my cell phone, and I didn't have to do that. But
now you're dialing a landline.
All right, calling Max up. So, again, are we being tested? Is this like a security test? And are like the IT folks at corporate going to say, "You failed"?
Hello?
Hey, Max, it's MJ. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How's it going?
I just got a really suspicious email, and I just want to make sure that you guys know about it. Andrew got the same thing, so we don't know if it's a breach in our corporate email or if they're like just testing us to see if we're stupid morons, and we'll click on a link. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do, but I can't confirm or deny if it's a test. But you can tell me what the email says.
My gift is shipped. Hello, Todd Schnitt. Your gift from Michael has shipped.
That seems like it could be plausible because you work with a Michael.
No.
I would never send him a gift.
First of all, arriving Sunday, December 11th. I don't think it's going to arrive on a Sunday. $31.16. Tax is $187.
Pastor, how long ago did we order that mail stripper for him?
And then there are all kinds of little things to like track your package, track your order. So I guess they want us to click on. I'm guessing this is a corporate test. They're trying to see how many schmucks work for this company that are going to click on obvious spam.
Ooh, a gift? I'm opening mine right now.
my order is shipped. I'm sorry, Max. What was that?
I wouldn't click on it.
I'm not clicking on it.
You have to do a little better than that next time, Max, if you want to fool this guy.
Yeah, I'm not clicking on anything here. Yeah, and it's like it's from no reply at ouraccount.com. That sounds real. And it's to my corporate Beasley Media Group account.
Do you understand, MJ, that half the staff here is going to click?
They are.
Ooh, I'm going to get a present in the mail?
Yeah. Hey, so, Max, we're assuming this is a corporate test, and they're going to slap wrists and fire people maybe. But what happens if some turd, some idiot in the company thinks this is real and they click? What does the company do?
Normally, they get additional training.
Is there any waterboarding involved?
I love that training.
We should incorporate some waterboarding.
I think so. I mean, in this day and age, who clicks on this crap? You know what? The reason why the scammers exist, and I think this is just a corporate test, they're just trying to see how many jackwagons are working in our company that are just going to willy-nilly click on crap. But, all of these scams and rackets, it's truly amazing. People that you think are intelligent that actually fall for scams. And it's the same stuff like over and over and over again.
I guess they're just really optimistic.
Yeah. All right, Max. So, listen, I think you've confirmed without confirming, so thank you.
All right.
What are you working on? Where are you? You working on a transmitter somewhere?
I am. I'm headed to Fort Lonesome for one of our transmitters.
Which transmitter's there?
WLLD 94.1.
Oh, that's right. That's where the wild transmitter is. Well, have fun, buddy. Don't stick your tongue on anything, okay?
Won't do.
Thanks.
Engineers spend their lives at transmitters.
I know.
It'd be good for them.
Soaking up all that RF, probably giving them brain cancer and everything.
Jesus, every day.
I'm telling you.
Gotta go to transmitter.
Before we get out of here, America's most Googled term for 2022 is what? So the number's already out. I guess so. It's such an overwhelming runaway that there's no way anything's going to catch it.
Is it a name or a term?
Listen, I'm just saying. What is the most Googled term in 2022?
Gaslighting.
No.
What is that? That was the word. That was the word of 2022.
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
Nope.
Was it Ukraine?
Nope.
Kanye.
All right, it is a game on your phone.
Oh, it's Wordle.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I love that game. I play it every day.
Yeah, that's it, 100%.
Oh, I didn't see that on your list of 500 games.
Because Wordle is not an app. It's now owned by the New York Times. You have to go to my New York Times app.
Yep. Yeah, so Wordle's built into that. Nice. Wordle was the number one searched term on Google this year, 2022.
God, people are weird, man.
It's a great game.
Yeah, is it?
It's great.
You know what the other game is? I launched this first thing this morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to have an opportunity to play Crack is Whack. And, of course, this is the all-new game show from the MJ Morning Show. And what is Crack is Whack all about?
Crack is whack.
Guess when my brand new windshield, which was installed by Mike's Auto Glass spectacularly yesterday, how long before I get more cracks in my windshield traveling on Tampa Bay roads, especially the Howard Franklin Bridge? I had a brand new, like close to $3,000 windshield put in yesterday. And thanks again to Mike's Auto Glass. They do a great job on Armenia. And I think they have other locations as well. But Eric is a total pro at Mike's Auto Glass. And he pointed out some chips I didn't even know. I knew I had 2 chips in my windshield. And then I had the awful chip last week where it was like I was shot by a sniper, and that just cracked my whole windshield on the Howard Franklin Bridge driving in at like 5:45 in the morning. And at that point, I had a crack across half the windshield, right across my eye line. It's like, all right, I was holding off because I knew there'd be more chips. Now I have to replace the windshield, and I did. They did a great job at Mike's Auto Glass. So the question is, how long before I've got to replace the windshield again?
I say you're going to get cracks today if you drive home on the Howard Franklin. Change your route.
Seriously.
Change your route.
Yeah,
because yesterday
I'll take a barge across Tampa Bay. I'll have a barge waiting for me.
Just take one of the other bridges.
The Gandy's out of my way because I don't live far from where the Howard Franklin dumps off on Canada.
Wait, really? This game could be affected by if you stay on the show or not. I mean, you're not going to have to drive across the bridge.
You know, that is a very good point because, folks, as of right now, my last show here, as of right now, my last appearance on Q105 and the MJ Morning Show is going to be next Friday. So Friday the 16th, as of right now, is my last show.
MJ's contract countdown. MJ's contract countdown.
And my contract is up, and I've got no new contract. I don't know if I'm going to be back. I mean, that's just the truth. My contract expires, and there is no new contract, so I don't know what's going to happen. All right, a couple of things, but you're right. If I don't have to drive over here, I'm not going to be on the, doing the gauntlet on the Howard Franklin Bridge, dodging all kinds of concrete coming at my car every day, like everyone. The bridge is a mess. There's just so much debris and crap and construction BS going on. All right. Fester, if you think you're going to win the Name the Flamingo contest at Tampa International, you might have another thing coming.
Why do you say that?
65,000 name submissions have already been put in.
Okay, well, I have a good one.
This is the 21-foot giant flamingo sculpture. 65,000 entries for the Name the Flamingo contest.
I feel like mine has a chance.
Just so, what is it, though? Say it.
Am I allowed to enter?
Yes.
Why wouldn't you be allowed to enter? We have nothing to do.
Do you work at the airport?
No.
We have nothing to do with the airport.
I didn't know if they. So I entered. Daviana entered. She's not old enough to enter. So then I put Doug's email address in. So it looks like Doug entered, and the name is Daviana came up with this. I have nothing to do with this.
What's the name?
It's brilliant.
What?
Amingo.
Oh, you're not going to give it out.
Amingo.
What?
Amingo.
Amingo the flamingo.
No.
A mango?
No, you take the FL off, and then you have all these cutesy taglines like you can't spell flamingo without the FL. Get it, Florida, or can you?
I think a lot of folks turned in the name Migo, M-I-G-O.
Well, that's the full name is Mi
Oh, great.
Amigo,
One of the Migos got
Amingo.
murdered 2 weeks ago.
You know what?
Mi Amigo Amingo.
The rapper.
We got to get out of here. I have to do the bank jugging tomorrow. If you haven't heard of bank jugging, it'll be an MJ Morning Show public service announcement. You got to make sure you're not a victim of jugging. We'll talk about it tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Very important message before we get out of here.